Well, yeah, you did do that to yourself, but respectable decision.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
So did you get Florida at home again next year in baseball?
This year? We get them at home at the end of the season. Yeah.
At the end, so every year they play twice? Or most years they play one series?
We normally don't ever play series. It was out of necessity this year that we scheduled each other because we both needed opponents. Traditionally, we just play probably 3 there, 1 here. It was only the second time ever we played them in a weekend series.
Yeah, last year was midweek.
Yeah, the only other time was 1995. Actually, no.
Yeah, no issue.
If I use a different list,
Right. Nope. I think we should be good. Do you want to bring in the starting lineups?
By the time we get in after the
Yeah, usually we
national
go
anthem,
straight in
it's
still,
pretty
right?
much straight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically you can go right into introducing Santana starting.
Mm-hmm.
You take a moment maybe after the first pitch to run through the batting lineup, and then what I usually do is after the first time the ball's put in play, I'll go through the defense. 22% of Final Four brackets.
Ohio State
in the Final
How
Four.
can you pick Ohio State in the Final Four?
Because I didn't think Baylor was going to be good enough to make the Final Four either. Florida's in 7. The 2 is
Ohio State. Is it West Virginia?
No, they're in
No.
the bottom.
I didn't make a bracket this year.
It is Arkansas, yeah.
Oh, they're not.
Purdue's the home team. They're gonna have
And they're the 4. Yeah.
Purdue is a terrible tournament team.
That is all.
That happened last time they were here. The only thing I remember is that it's just easier
To just
to know
have
what to play.
Yeah, it's less a walk-up song and more just here, play a song that everybody likes at this point in time. Yeah, aka the song that the head coach
Moving questions.
That's what
Pretty sure.
You here tomorrow? Okay. Huh?
Yeah, should be home right in time. Dulles is a mission from my house, but with no traffic now and like 8-lane highways everywhere, you can get around pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, my formerly 40-minute drive to work now.
Hey guys. As long as none of them are down in Gainesville last week, we'll be good. Yeah, man. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to John Sessions Stadium for tonight's matchup presented by W.B. Mason, featuring the visiting UCF Knights and your Jacksonville Dolphins. Fans, I've just been handed the starting lineups for tonight's ballgame from the official scorer, Jason Eliopoulos. Let's meet the starters for tonight's game and JOI.
Not the officials.
First, for the visiting UCF Knights. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 24, Alex Freeland. Batting second, playing right field, number 7, Jordan Rathbone. Batting third for UCF, catcher number 44, Josh Crouch. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 40, Ben McCabe. Batting fifth for the Knights, playing third base, number 26, Andrew Brake. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 6, Tom Jostin. Batting seventh for UCF, the designated hitter, number 17, Nick Romano. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 29. And batting ninth, playing second base, number 42, John Montez. Tonight's starting pitcher for the UCF Knights is the left-hander, number 10, Colton Gordon. The Knights are led by head coach Greg Lovelady, assisted by Ted Tom, Nick Gotti, and Chris Gates. Now fans, here's tonight's starting lineup for your Jacksonville Dolphins. Leading off, center fielder number 4, Ruben Samayan. Second, catcher number 18, Corey Heffron. Batting third for the Dolphins, shortstop number 2, Dakota Julila. Batting fourth, left fielder number 19, Trace Burchard. Batting fifth for the Dolphins, first baseman, number 8, Christian Koipel. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 24, Duncan Hunter. Batting seventh, Dolphin right fielder, number 23, Blake Delameler. Batting eighth, third baseman, number 60. And batting ninth, Dolphins second baseman, number 22, Jesus Pacheco. Tonight's starting pitcher for your Jacksonville Dolphins is the right-hander, number 13, Tyler Santana. The Dolphins are led by head coach Chris Hayes, assisted by Jerry Edwards, Brad Wilkerson, Brandon Bednar. The director of baseball operations is Chris Rodriguez, and the athletic trainer is Bo Owen. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time, we invite you to stand. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to the following presentation of Jacksonville University Athletics. Last year, we saw a season cut short, dreams dashed. A return to the postseason thwarted by an invisible opponent. While there are plenty of new faces in green and gold this year, the end goal stays the same: Omaha.
And Samayan shoots one the other way into left center field. Sliding into second base, Ruben Samayan with a 2 RBI double. Coypel drives this one out into deep center field, and we'll see ya. 4th home run of the year for Christian Coypel, a 2-run jack. Payoff pitch swung on and missed. Temple with his 6th strikeout of the day to finish 7 strong. How about this? He has thrown 19 straight scoreless innings. Driving it out to deep left field, hooking toward foul territory. That's a fair ball. Heffron, and he's standing up with a triple back up the middle. Jalila plays on to first, and a double play ends the inning. Dakota Jalila, so slick in the field, makes it look easy. Swing and a miss. Casala strikes out the side here to close it out. Coypel into right center field. This is falling in for a base hit. DeBrule rounding third, and Jacksonville wins on a walk-off RBI single from Christian Coypel.
The 2021 Jacksonville baseball team has some unfinished business.
All right, coming up right after the bumper here.
It's time to play ball. Jacksonville University, presented by WB Mason, the official office supply provider of the Dolphins. Now let's head to the ballpark and join the voice of the Dolphins, Scott Manzi.
And welcome in on this Friday night. The Jacksonville Dolphins taking on the UCF Knights. Jacksonville coming in at 4-10. The Knights at 7-9. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi here with you for the action tonight. And on the mound for the Dolphins is Tyler Santana, coming in with a 3.8 ERA, 2-2 on the season. Scott, what have we seen from Mr. Santana so far this year?
Well, he has really buckled down this year, Mason, and taken to coaching well. It's not something you hear of a ton when you're a redshirt senior, but pitching coach Jerry Edwards in his second year with him now has worked closely with him and has done a nice job in just working on a couple of little things, cleaning those up, and we've seen him execute throughout the course of the season thus far, and he's pitched his best baseball here the last 2 weeks. A win over Wofford 2 weeks ago here in this building, and then a win on the road at Florida, in which he outdueled Tommy Mace, the Florida right-handed Friday night starter, in that game as well. So they're hoping for another strong start from Santana to set the tone here tonight.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of things there, one of which was the Dolphins' big win last Friday night over the Gators, and those 3 wins over Wofford. Jacksonville getting things going here. A tough start, but coming in at 4-10.
No doubt. They're starting to find it a little bit here as of late, and have won 4 of their last 6, including a win over a top-ranked team on the road, following up a sweep. So they continue to string it together here.
And Santana ready with the first pitch, and it's taken low for a ball.
Sorter, just a freshman, switch hitting shortstop, hitting .344 for the Knights.
Santana ready with it. It's on the ground into the gap at short. Dolphins attempt to make the play, and it looks like, but Freeland is out there on the play from Jalila to Copel.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. Dakota Jalila, he is Really talented as far as the arm strength is concerned. Showed it there. A sliding stop deep in the hole. It's short. And if he doesn't get one quick and strong and right on target, he doesn't stand a chance. And Coypel helping him.
And playing a couple steps back there off his mark allowed him to get deep into that hole and deliver a strike there to get the Dolphins their first out of the game. Santana ready with it, and the first pitch to Rathbone, the right fielder for the Knights, hitting .327 on the year, is called strike.
Starting off first pitch strike, something that Santana has done really well here over the last 2 weeks.
Santana ready with it, winds and deals, and that taken low and away for the first ball.
Rathbone, another solid guy, plenty of 300 hitters here at the top of the order for UCF, trying to get them started.
As Rathbone there takes another look at a ball. For the Knights this year, top 3 hitters all over 300. Getting down into the lineup, some woes there. 100's a couple players under that.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to still figure out some things with how their lineup shakes out once you get past number 3.
And there's a foul ball deep into Lot J here at Jacksonville University. That'll be taken for a strike. 2-2 on the count. One gone here in the first.
The big thing is once you get 2 strikes on a hitter, can you put them away? This is something that Jacksonville pitchers have kind of fluctuated on this year.
And Santana there will take us full count. Fastball high.
Tried to loop one in there a little bit and freeze up Rathbone, and I think he did, but ruled to have missed just a little bit high.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there, Scott. He did freeze him up, but called for the ball. Santana ready with the full count, swinging foul. There, Rathbone definitely taking an attacker's mindset there. He was after that one.
Anything close, have to swing to protect, full count. And these guys have good averages because of their ability to identify close pitch. See if the pitcher makes a mistake. 8 walks drawn this year by Rathbone.
Now Santana ready to again. Flare out towards center, and it will get down for the single.
Rathbone didn't hit that one real hard. Didn't need to hit that one real hard. Sort of just fisted it out over the head of the second baseman into shallow center field. And while Ruben Samayan is one of the best in the business at running down fly balls, didn't stand much of a chance at that one. And it gives UCF its first base runner of the night.
And Rathbone, they're just showing the ability to just stick with it. You know, don't have to hit the ball extra hard. Just make contact, and sometimes good things will happen for you, as Josh Crouch will head on with one on. First pitch from Santana, down and away. Ball 1.
Crouch, not a ton of RBI despite hitting in the 3-hole here this evening. Driven in 4 on the season.
Santana getting the call, and he'll go ahead and check towards first. Rathbone easily back there.
UCF not a team that runs a ton. They can move if they absolutely deem it necessary, but they're not a team that's going to sit up there or get a guy on and immediately start looking to send him in motion.
Crouch, they're taking a look at it on Santana's pitch, but he'll hold off and will be called for a ball, so a hitter's count now for Josh Crouch.
The main guy who is a threat to steal in this lineup is not in the starting lineup tonight. That is Jeffrey Pena, who is 10 for 11 in stolen bases. Nobody else has more than 5 this year. Matt Archer has 5.
And Santana there delivers a strike. Crouch looked like he wanted to swing, but just couldn't get the bat around in time.
Archer also not in the starting lineup tonight.
Santana ready with it. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 gone here in the first. He'll check again back towards Rathbone. Over at first. Doesn't look like much of a lead there at first, but still feeling the need to check on. As he'll take another look down, and this time the look's just enough.
Rathbone
Chase
is
Rathbone back.
Yeah, it's a tiny initial lead, and then he takes the big secondary lead. A little bit of a toying move there, and it's more to just try and keep an eye on if he tips his hand a little bit here.
Well, he certainly caught the eye of Santana, who this time delivers. Will look to be a strike, but will be taken as a ball. 3-1 now on the count. Big hitters count here for Josh Crouch, hitting in the 3-hole with one on.
Yeah, Mason, if I knew where that pitch missed, I'd tell you. But it looked for Santana. That's a tough one not to have called a strike.
Now the 3-1, ready with it. Quick delivery this time, and takes one bounce fair and then heads over the foul line before it reaches the third base bag.
Ran a fastball in on the hands, and Crouch just a little too far out in front of that one. And that's the tough part about when he's throwing that slider up in the zone, not getting that called for strikes. Next thing you know, you think you got to come back fastball, hitters sitting fastball, and it can create trouble for a pitcher.
Crouch almost able to grab a hold of that one. Count full now with one gone, and Santana goes back to checking on Rathbone. Santana now delivers the full count pitch, and that one's taken for a ride by Crouch. Hard coming to Smalley, who makes the diving play, and it almost looked like he had a chance to take out Rathbone going for second base there. He is about to take the turn.
Rathbone head down, sprinting to second base on the pitch, and I was watching him. He did not realize that Samayan had a chance at that one until, you're right, he was at the bag at second base, and then from there, if Samayan hadn't had to dive to make that catch, may have had a legitimate chance at throwing him out, doubling him up, and ending the inning. But either way, really nice job by Samayan there. And again, here is Tyler Santana able to avoid hard contact. That ball wasn't hit particularly hard either.
Now Ben McCabe will step up to the plate for the Knights, hitting .224 in the year. Going back there, but Samayan, that ball gets down. Rathbone's thinking that he's getting the RBI single.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe double. If it gets by him, that's a deep 405 center wall, and it would have gotten the legs to reach it. But Samayan gambles early here, and he cashes in on it and puts the second one down for the Knights in the bottom or the top of the first.
Guy's played in a lot of baseball games in his career, 204 in his Jacksonville career, and he made a good read again there.
And Santana, first one a strike, this one taken high for a ball. Santana early on attacking the top of the zone with a lot of these Knights hitters.
Yeah, I don't know if that's him not quite maybe driving down enough here early, or if that's where he's trying to live.
Santana ready with the 1-1, and that one finds the zone.
Yeah, real nice slider there from Tyler Santana. Hit his spot. Heffron was set up kind of outside edge of the plate, and here he is in a pitcher's count for really only like the second time today.
And the first baseman, Ben McCabe, now looking at a 1-ball, 2-strike count, 2 gone in the inning. It looks like Santana driving that one a little bit inside on the hands. Santana now ready with the 2-2. Rathbone still on at first. 2 down near in the top of the first, and Santana will go ahead and check on Rathbone. Two count here, top of the first. Santana ready to deliver. McCabe gets good contact on that. It's a fly ball over towards Samayan. He's under it. He waves off the shortstop, and the Dolphins put down the side. One left on for the Knights, and that was Rathbone at first. Santana takes him down. And Jacksonville will look to get on the offensive side here.
Dolphins first wraps coming up when we return from Van Wagner. This is the Jacksonville Dolphins Sports Network.
Sign up online in the fan zone of JUDolphins.com.
While the world is staying home, the need to save lives never stops. Those of us who are part of the Baptist Health family know that the work we are called to do has never been more important than right now. So, to everyone who has made sacrifices, big or small, in order to continue serving our community, thank you Baptist Health, the official health care provider of the Jacksonville Dolphins.
DoubleTree by Hilton Jacksonville Riverfront resides on the south bank of the St. Johns River in downtown Jacksonville. DoubleTree is where an exceptional locale blends with an array of amenities, personable service, and a better night's sleep. When we're not napping in our Lux bedding, you can probably find us relaxing by the riverfront pool, jogging along the Riverwalk, or sipping a cocktail at our on-site Roots Chris Steakhouse. DoubleTree by Hilton Jacksonville Riverfront, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Dolphins.
Yeah, you can bring it back. I'll tell you when.
Back here at Sessions Stadium on the campus of Jacksonville University, Dolphins baseball against the UCF Golden Knights. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi here. Jacksonville getting ready to get their first shot at Colton Gordon, who comes in with a 1.67 ERA, 2 wins, 1 loss recorded for Gordon, the left-hander, taking the mound on this Friday night.
Yeah, youngster, sophomore, transferred in from Hillsborough Community College. Played a season there, redshirted a year at the University of Florida. He's well-traveled, hasn't played much baseball in his career outside of that 1 year at Hillsborough Community College where he appeared in 15 games starting 13. But he's looking forward to, I know, getting a chance to maybe earn a spot, a consistent spot here in this weekend rotation, which is a little bit in flux for UCF as well. And a Jacksonville lineup that has started to put it together a little bit more consistently on the offensive end is what he faces tonight.
Yeah, and Ruben Samaya starting it off for the Dolphins, hitting .259 on the year, leading it off. Gordon ready with the delivery, and that's taken low and away, so Samaya getting into a 1-ball, no strike count.
Ruben hitting just .259, on-base percentage over .300, however, and he still provides a lot of what you're looking for out of a leadoff guy.
Gordon again with the quick delivery, this one taken for a strike. High in the zone. Gordon ready again. Samaya looking to find a gap, and he does. Gets past the third baseman for the Golden Knights, and Ruben Samaya is aboard.
For the Dolphins.
Started off for the
Number
Dolphins.
18, Corey Heffron.
Nice job, and anybody who's been watching Ruben Samayan for, I don't know how, 204 games, right? 204 games in his career. That's what he does better than most. He is able to take a pitch and hit it the other way, and he has done a great job over the years and extensive at-bats with this Jacksonville team. And it's what you're looking for, right? Lead off guy on and see if you can do something with it.
And that ball gets by Bright for the Knights, and the Dolphins couldn't ask for a better start here, or not much of a better start, with their leadoff man aboard.
And already Heffron showing bunt. Jacksonville just looking for execution and trying to get off to a good start here at home. I think they're willing, especially with Heffron hitting just 146, to ask him to get the runner over here.
And I was just going to mention that, hitting 146 on the season there.
I thought he got a piece of that one when he pulled the bat back, but I did not see any indication from the umpire that it was indeed a foul ball.
Neither did I, and I actually didn't think he pulled the bat back quick enough either. It looked like he either had made contact or was late pulling it back, but the umpire doesn't see it, and we're at 2 balls and no strikes. Interested to see Scotty pulls the bat back and this time fouls it straight back into the screen. In the hitter's count, you still want to give your hitter in the 2-hole maybe a chance to swing the bat fully.
Well, that's one of those things where, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. He takes a couple of pitches. All of a sudden, a pitcher maybe trying to work around. You get it to where he's trying to be a little perfect. Maybe he makes a mistake pitch, and you can make him pay. That's what you have with a hitter the caliber of Heffron. Even the numbers don't reflect it.
Now Gordon again with the quick delivery. This time Heffron getting in the tag. Is not slapped on him. He misses the tag, and Heffron advances to first, and the Dolphins have 2 aboard.
Heffron, great speed, and the first baseman, McCabe, lunged.
Yeah,
and the umpire's coming together to discuss now.
Yeah, and
it was close.
It was close, but I think Ben McCabe may have gotten him. I tend to like I always do in these days, a topic of debate review in sports.
Well, I watched enough bad college baseball review last weekend that I am fine never seeing it. All right, we saw 5 challenges at the University of Florida. Not a single one of them was overturned over the course of the entire weekend, including some that, for the life of me, I can't figure out why they weren't. And that's both ways. Like, I mean, some of them affected Jacksonville in a positive manner, some of them affected Florida in a positive manner, and I just think, I don't know, you get egocentric college baseball umpires going, and they don't want to do anything.
So 2 aboard for the Dolphins, no gone here in the bottom of the first. After the bunt advances, Heffron to first. First pitch from Gordon taken for a strike by Jalio.
Dakota Jalilo is a guy who has really started to put it together here over the last 10 games. I mean, his batting average has skyrocketed up to 269. It was under 200 early on in the season. And he had a very good weekend, 5 for 9 against the Gators last weekend.
Gordon ready with again. Jalilo looking for the bunt here. It goes down third base side, and this time UCF barely able to put it away. McCabe almost chased off the bag.
Yeah, interesting. That single against Florida last weekend, and that was a really good bunt. Brait, in his first start of the season, hasn't played a game this year, ends up throwing that was a QB pass. He was leading the second baseman Montez to the bag, kind of floated it over there, and credit him for trusting Montez and trusting his arm and getting the out there. I thought we may be looking at a ball thrown away and Jacksonville taking a lead on an error there.
And thank you, Scott, there for that correction. It was Montez who came over from second to deliver the not McCabe, who had charged the bunt. Gordon now ready with his delivery, which will be taken for a strike. In the batter's box for the Dolphins is Trace Burchard.
Burchard, 3 RBI this season, freshman, getting a chance to hit higher in the order after a couple of good weeks.
Trace now will swing the bat sharply, hit ground ball to McCabe, who now sends it home, and the Knights able to slap the tag on Samayan, who there was gunning for home.
Yeah, the play there is contact go, and he went on contact, and unfortunately for Jacksonville, just good play by McCabe, good read, and goes home, and they're able to get that one 1-2-5, and they're a second out of an inning, and now if you're Jacksonville, you've got to be able to execute here with 2 outs now in the inning. Don't want to waste a first and second with nobody out opportunity.
And a struggling hitter enters the box. Christian Corporal, who is hitting 162 on the season, now enters the batter's box for the Dolphins. The right-hander. Going back to that last play for McCabe, that can backfire heavily. Sending that ball home instead of just taking the easy out.
He recognized it, made a sharp, accurate throw, and they got the play done.
A cold strike here. Gordon delivers that one.
And Christian Coypel is someone who you mentioned. Numbers certainly indicate that he is not having the year that they would expect from a preseason All-A-Sun selection. Hitting just 162, is driven in 4. They need his bat to come alive in spots like this.
And Gordon again with the quick delivery. This time the swinging strike for Coypel.
Starts him off with a fastball at the knees, comes back with the breaking ball, go 0-2, and he has to kind of lengthen that swing a little bit and protect the zone.
Runners on the corners for the Dolphins, 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. Gordon ready with the 0-2, and it is fouled back. Scott, just as you mentioned, having to protect the plate.
And he did a nice job there because that pitch was a really good pitch from Gordon. I mean, that's tantalizing, outer edge. He didn't miss by much if that had been taken, and you have to make sure that you can protect. Too close to take, and Coypel did exactly that, spoiled it.
So Coypel able to fight off the 0-2. Gordon ready with the delivery, and he's able to foul another one back, that time right back into the screen.
Yeah, fastball there. He may have been, after getting him to swing a couple of times, tried to blow it past him, and left be a little bit tardy on it, but enough to get a piece and enough to see another pitch.
And he will get that opportunity. A third 0-2 will be on its way from Gordon. And Coypel going down, swinging, and the putout will go ahead for the Knights. So McCabe able to complete the play, and the UCF gets out of the jam, putting down the putout. Ends the inning for the Knights. Scott Manzi and Mason Viner back with you here in a minute on the Jacksonville Radio Network from Van Wagner.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
This is Stephen Lucy, team physician for Jacksonville University. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute are the team behind your team, serving as the official sports medicine provider for Jacksonville University. JOI offers a complete range of orthopedic care and rehabilitation services to keep the Dolphins on the field and in the game. Don't you want to go where the pros go? Visit joi.net or call JOI 2000 for more information.
Where are we in the order for a... Back here on a Friday night from Jacksonville University, the Dolphins taking on the UCF Knights after Jacksonville threatened in the bottom of the first. As the Knights will start off with their number 5 hitter, Andrew Bright.
In the first, Jacksonville with 2 in the bottom half. Neither team able to find a way to get a run home, and here we go. We head to the second. All tied up.
The third baseman, Brait, freshman, is this his first action that he's seeing, Scott?
It is.
As Tyler Santana returns to the mound to kick off the second inning. Santana ready with it. Brait coming out swinging in his college career. That ball heading towards the foul pole on the right, and a sliding attempt there made by the Dolphins, but not able to chase it down was Delamelier.
Here's where things get tricky for you this year, Mason. Guys listed as freshmen played last year, some of them. I mean, different schools are doing different things as far as how they're putting them in the books. Brait did play last year, 15 games, 9 starts. But this is his first action of this season. Had a multi-hit game against Jacksonville last year on the 3rd of March.
Santana ready with his second pitch. First one was foul ball for a strike. This one misses to the inside.
That's a really nice curveball that didn't miss in by much, and that's an impressive take by Brait. I mean, he probably knew he couldn't do much with it, and better off just taking it.
Santana delivering his third pitch of the at-bat. This one a called strike on the outside, maybe.
Well, he
getting one back.
Yeah, he set that one up with the curveball in the inner half last time. And now he's ahead of 1-2, tries to put him away.
And the 1-2 ready from Tyler Santana. And the check swing there, and that one taken.
I think Brait was holding his breath when that one was caught. He halfway through decided to check that swing on a pitch that danced a little bit out of the zone. That was mighty close. A really good pitch there from Santana.
The 2-2 ready from Santana. Fly ball out towards right. Delamere under it, and he puts it away. So Delamere able to put that one away on the fly out. And Brait's season starts off with
an F9.
Yeah. Tough at bat though. Stayed in it.
Yeah.
Was able to fight some off. Got some good balls out towards right, and Santana was just able to chase them into putting a fly ball out there.
Well, Tyler Santana tied for the ASUN lead in strikeouts this year, and it is evident, at least here early against UCF, that they are not going to be a particularly easy team to strike out.
Doing a nice job of protecting the plates. The Knights are here. Santana ready with first pitch here. The second half for a strike.
Tom Jostin, part of this bottom half of the order that you documented there an inning ago, that all a bunch of guys similar to Jacksonville's lineup that are trying to find themselves here a little bit of the early part of the season.
And the second pitch ready for Jostin. He hits a slapper out towards left that will get down for a single.
Back-to-back innings, back-to-back one-out singles. And Jostin taking a pitch in on the hands and doing just enough, sending it the other way.
Yeah, sending that one towards short. No great plays there for the Dolphins. That one hit a little bit harder than the last one that ended up in the gap.
Certainly, that's the best hit ball we've seen here tonight.
So entering the batter's box is the designated hitter, Nick Romano, for UCF. Another guy trying to find his way, only hitting 0.56 on the season. First pitch from Santana taken in the dirt.
Yeah, just his 6th start of the year, but certainly someone who is searching forward here a little bit. 7th start of the year, excuse me.
Justin on first, Romano at the bat, 0-1. And the second pitch here taken down for a ball.
Strike zone not real big here in the early going, and so Tyler Santana needs to make that adjustment. I mean, he's throwing pitches that are close, and UCF hitters, or give them credit, they're doing a great job of taking early in counts.
I think actively shrinking might be a good word for the strike zone tonight, as there's one called for, rare strike.
Yeah, locates on the outside edge with a fastball that time. And what you don't want to see is all of a sudden Santana tried to get too perfect. You know, he's got his pitching coach, Jerry Edwards. He's trying to figure things out for him in there. He's adjusting to the strike zone as well, and he's going to dial up the right pitches. Santana just needs to execute.
One down here in the second, runner on first, and Santana will go ahead and check on him. Nick Romano, the junior, at the plate for the Knights.
Johnson at first, 2 for 3 on stolen bases this year. Knights as a team, 26 for 33, but again, most of those belonging to Jeffrey Pena, who was 10 of 11.
Santana definitely active tonight on checking on those runners at first. So there's a pitch taken down for a ball. 3-1 count. One gone here in the top of the second.
And I think a big part of what is being identified by UCF here, too, is hey, they're sitting there just trying to kind of fool a little bit with Santana, draw his attention, and then they're hoping that they can continue to get him to miss the zone like this.
Santana ready with a 3-1. And a swinging strike there. It looked like Romano may have gotten a piece, but ends up in the glove of Heffron.
Boy, that may have been a changeup there from Santana, dropped off the table at the end. Not a pitch you see a ton from right-handed pitchers to right-handed batters, but which is why I say it may have been.
3-2, full count, one gone for Romano. Santana ready with the pitch. Checks his swing and a called strikeout.
That is a really, really nice job by Tyler Santana, battling his way back down 3-1. Mixed up his pitches, continued to there, hit his spots. I mean, this is the Tyler Santana we're seeing this year that maybe we didn't see a year ago or the year before that. A guy who is not, he's never phased. He gets up there, and no matter what the count is, no matter what the game is, no matter what the situation is, he just goes out and executes.
Now Pablo Ruiz, the center fielder for the Knights, steps in to the batter's box, and the first pitch is a called strike. Going on your last point, Scott, there, really nice fight from both sides.
Yeah.
Few foul balls came from UCF, but Santana able to stay with it and gets him on the check swing. Second pitch ready from Santana. This one's taken possibly just a tad bit high for the first ball.
Santana was able to get out of the first inning by not allowing a man to advance into scoring position, trying to do the same thing here with 2 outs in the top of the second of a scoreless game.
And the 1-1 ready from Santana. He'll wind and deal. And a called strike there on the outside corner. Looks like that strike zone may be stretched out a little bit right to left tonight. Up and down, not so much.
Yeah, you're right. I think they're getting a little bit more on the sides, a little less on the top and the bottom.
1-2 count here for Tyler Santana. Ready with it. And a swinging strikeout. Get put out there, but Heffron able to hold on to that one.
Did a nice job, and the ASUN strikeout leader racks up his first 2 of the night to get the final 2 outs of the inning.
Back here with more Jacksonville baseball in a moment. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi on the Jacksonville Radio Network from Van Wagner.
Chiropractic specializes in acupuncture, for pain relief and sports performance.
At the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute, we are dedicated to providing you state-of-the-art rehabilitation and physical therapy designed to meet your specific needs. With an expert staff of physical and occupational therapists committed to providing individual attention, we offer comprehensive care at 10 convenient locations. JOI provides sports medicine services to professional, collegiate, and high school athletes, and also have 2 comprehensive spine centers, which offer massage, laser, and acupuncture therapy. We are Jacksonville's Orthopedic Institute and an official partner of the Jacksonville Dolphins.
Back here from Sessions Stadium at Jacksonville University, the Knights and the Dolphins entering the bottom of the second, still all knotted up at 0. Scott Jacksonville looking to get back on offense. Did some damage in the last inning, but not able to cash in on it.
Yeah, we'll see, this Jacksonville team, when they have won, they have scored early. They all 4 wins this year, they have scored in the first 3 innings of a ball game, and that was a golden opportunity last inning when you have 2 on, nobody out, and unable to get in a run. Credit starting pitcher Colton Gordon for bearing down and the defense for backing him up as well.
Colton Gordon delivering his first pitch. Hunter for the Dolphins coming in at 107. Both of these teams trying to figure out the bottom of their lineups. Here is Gordon's second pitch. It is called a strike.
For Jacksonville, the very bottom of the lineup they have figured out. They got 2 guys that have done a nice job, 2 freshmen, Grabsky and Pacheco. Kind of want to keep them there because of the success they've had, though.
So that pitch fouled back for strike number 2, so a 1-2 count here with no one gone.
The big question for Jacksonville becomes who becomes the meat of the order. The top of the order, Coach Hayes feels pretty good about that. The bottom of that is just 3 through 7.
It's Duncan Hunter there taking that one on the inside. Looks like it could have made contact with him. Pitch getting away from Crouch, the catcher.
Yeah, peeled to first to check that check swing. I didn't think that was anywhere even close, and the first base umpire confirmed that.
So Duncan Hunter will take a look, and it's called strike 3.
Well, so much for that bottom part of the zone not being called a strike.
For the Dolphins, right fielder number 23, Blake.
So Duncan Hunter goes down on a called strike 3 for the first out of the bottom of the second. And now Blake Delamalier will enter the batter's box for the Dolphins.
Young guys like Delamalier, like Burchard earlier, like Grabsky and Pacheco to follow. They're getting a lot of playing time here early.
His first pitch towards Delamalier, taken for a strike.
And so the young guy, last year's team, no, we didn't see many young guys getting a ton of playing time.
Colton Gordon again, and this one will be taken for a ball.
But the makeup of this year's team, less seniors, less vets, and more opportunities for some of these pups, as Coach Hayes calls them, to come in here and get a chance to make a statement.
It's Gordon again, seeing that one towards the outside.
This is where guys like Delamalier, big power bat, you're ahead in the count. You see if you get something you can handle. There it was.
Yeah, and he took a big swing at that one. Delamalier did, and he fouls that one back. 2-2 count. 1 gone here in the top of the second. Gordon really using that quick delivery.
Yeah, he has not wasted much time once he gets the signs.
Here it comes again, and this one taken towards the outside. So now we've seen 3 balls, all towards that outside of the plate, chasing Delamalier away to take the count full. 3-2, 1 gone here in the second.
I'd be curious if he tries to come in on him at all. Now here he is, pretty much worked middle away this entire at-bat.
Gordon ready, this time taking a little bit more time. He winds, he deals. And another called strike 3 for Colton Gordon. Delamalier going down towards, it looked like the outside half of the plate.
Yeah, Blake Delamalier says, I took that same pitch for a ball twice already in this at-bat, and this time Gordon able to get the call, and he has struck out 3 in a row, and 2 looking here to start the second.
Jackson Grabsky, the third baseman, another freshman, hitting .292 on the season, will enter the batter's box. Gordon, 2 strikeouts on the top of the second. Grabsky gets to look at that one. First pitch ball.
Well, interesting, right? He's throwing a ton of fastballs, and then Grabsky comes out, who has punished fastballs so far in his young career, and he immediately gets a breaking ball to start.
Gordon ready with this one, looking fastball. And that's fouled back behind the stands here at Sessions.
Grabsky was hitting .300 going into last weekend, a little bit under that now, .292. Had a 4-hit game against Wofford last Saturday. Pair of hits on Friday night in Jacksonville's win over the 5th-ranked Gators on the road.
Gordon ready with this one. And foul ball will go right in the same spot as the last one had.
What Jackson Grabsky has done here early in his collegiate career that has impressed me is that he does that a lot. Like he's kind of working, he's timing it up, and then he has been able to foul off a few pitches and then time one to where he's able to put it in play.
Grabsky will take a look at another ball, going back to the same spot that the last strikeout came from there.
Yeah, Gordon really liking to work away with the heat to these right-handed hitters.
Gordon ready again with a 2-2. And another called strike 3 for Gordon. Colton Gordon gets his way out of the inning with 3 called strike 3s to retire the side. And we'll enter the bottom of the second when we come back here on the Jacksonville Dolphins radio network from Ben Wagner.
Is hip or knee pain getting in the way of doing the things you love? Waiting to see the doctor could be making your condition worse. If you've had any of the 5 hip or knee symptoms that shouldn't be ignored, like pain or discomfort while sitting, driving, walking, exercising, or even sleeping, and haven't found relief from anti-inflammatory medicine, it's time to see the specialist at Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our physicians offer new and innovative treatments for hip and knee pain. And the doctors at JOI are Jacksonville's most experienced at using Makoplasty, a state-of-the-art surgical technique that harnesses robotic technology for precision placement of hip and knee implants. Don't live with hip or knee pain a moment longer. Make an appointment today with a hip and knee specialist from Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Call 904-JOI-2000. That's 904-564-2000.
Here on a Friday night from Jacksonville University. Bottom of the second inning, still all knotted up here at 0. Dolphins back, top of the third, my mistake. Dolphins back on defense. Tyler Santana taking the mound. 2 runners so far in the game for UCF, neither one getting past first base.
Yeah, Jacksonville had a productive first inning at the plate and not so productive second inning. UCF has picked up a couple of one-out singles and nothing more so far. Both of these pitchers pitching.
And we're waiting here for UCF to get things started. Dolphins look ready. Knights waiting for a batter to enter the box. And now we will see the 9-hitter, Montez, for the Golden Knights, the second baseman. Jacksonville coming on a bit of a shift. Shortstop and second baseman playing right on the edge of the dirt and grass. Outfielders sitting fairly deep. First pitch is fouled away.
Top of the order, waiting on deck for UCF. Always starts to get a little more interesting when you see things flip over and go through for a second time. As clouds rolling in here as the sun sets as we approach 8 o'clock. No rain in the forecast for the rest of the weekend. Hopefully none here tonight.
And that pull hit right back at Santana. Hits off the foot, charging hard. His second baseman was playing deep, and there's no play there for Pacheco.
Tyler Santana went for the kick stop, and with Pacheco playing deep, it's an instinct type thing, right? You see the ball coming back up the middle, you stick a hand out, you stick a foot out, something like that, and sometimes those are better off left to get through and get to the regular fielder, because Pacheco also started his break toward the bag at second base, had to put on the brakes before sprinting in.
And now entering the box for a second time is Alex Freeland, the freshman, hitting .344 on the season. Santana shaking off a little bit after the kick stop there. His first pitch is delivered for a strike. Didn't even take a second there to consider the foot. Just hopped back on the mound and kept throwing.
Well, those who have been following Jacksonville baseball for a while understand Santana and hacky sack, and I'll leave the reference at that.
Santana ready for a second pitch of the at-bat, swinging foul ball, which will be counted as strike 2.
Nice job to come right back, pound the zone, get ahead of a hitter, do his job to now find a way to put him out if he can, and he's got a few pitches to work with to do it.
And this is the spot that Santana likes to be, Scott. 0-2 count. He's climbing towards that leaderboard on the A-Sun strikeout list.
He's at 30 on the year now with the 2 last inning.
Santana ready with the 0-2. Jacksonville living a big gap between first and second. Pacheco playing more towards center, leaving a hole there. We'll see how the Dolphins adjust here on defense, or if the ball looks to get hit that way. And that one taken for a ball, so 1-2 count.
Santana, he's been a strikeout guy, but not a strikeout guy the way that we saw maybe Trent Palmer last year, even Chris Gow several years ago, Michael Baumann before that. But he's ticked it up this year, averaging, he's got a 10.65 K per 9 coming into today's game.
Santana ready for the pitch. That one's a lasered out, pass short, and into left field.
Yeah, Freeland does a nice job, sends it the other way, and with the double play depth for the middle of the infield, really tough to get over there if you're Jalila. If there's nobody on base, he gobbles that one up, I think. But that's where the danger of the man being on comes, and now UCF's got something cooking here with 2 on and no out.
Yeah, you mentioned the shift there from the defense. Jalila sitting in that double play motion, and the Knights find a way to get their first multi-runners on base opportunity of the game, and their first player advances to scoring position.
Exactly. And now we'll see if Santana can do what Gordon was able to do in the first. And does UCF go for the bunt here, or do they swing away?
Looks like the Knights will swing away, and that one called a strike. Jordan Rathbone, who's 1 for 1 on the game in the batter's box. Tyler Santana for the Dolphins, looking to work out of the 2-runner on jam with nobody gone here in the top of the 3rd. Tyler Santana ready for the 0-1. Winds and deals, that one taken outside. Ball 1. As the sun sets here on a nice spring day in Jacksonville, high 70, low in the 50s tonight.
Yeah, a little cooler after the week that we've had, really the last 2 weeks we've had, where it was in the 80s and giving back a little bit high in the 50s tomorrow, maybe 60.
Santana ready with the 1-1 in the dirt for a ball.
See, that first pitch he threw went slider, located on the outside edge, and the last 2 haven't been close. And that's what we haven't seen much of this year from Tyler Santana. He's been living a ball or 2 off, as opposed to these pitches that are easily taken by quality hitters such as the ones that UCF had. Ball in the dirt is any good hitter's taking that.
Santana ready with a 2-1. Looks like that one may have just missed outside.
And Tyler Santana, Corey Heffron, and the Jacksonville dugout are wondering where that one is compared to where some of those pitches that were called strikes a half inning ago were.
Yeah.
And Coach Hayes asking, that away? Is that away? Got confirmation, but man, oh man, that was close.
2 runners on, no one down, 3-1 pitch, swung on by Rathbone. Flair shot out to right, sliding play.
He made the catch. He's out, and they have a chance at a double play here.
And it will be a double play.
Oh, he did tag up. All right.
So a tag up there made on second base.
I was watching so closely to see Delamaler if he was going to get to that baseball, which was dying down the right field line. And, of course, I have a nice pole right in the way, too, so I had to do a little subversive action up here in the press box. But that was a heck of a play by Delamaler, who, I mean, he probably shouldn't have been able to make that catch. Most guys, I don't think, are able to make that play. But he has made a couple of web gems here in the last 2 weeks, had a full extension in the gap at Florida last week as well that took away extra bases.
So Josh Crouch, the catcher for the Knights, will enter the batter's box. Runners on third and first. One gone here in the top of the third. And if my count's correct, Scott, that might be the third play today that Jacksonville's been able to steal a hit from the Knights.
Yeah, the outfield has come to play here today and have made some nice ones. Trace Burchard back out in left, hasn't been tested as much, but Ruben Samayan doing a great job and covering ground out in center. And then Delamaler, who can absolutely fly out in right, also doing a nice job.
And Delamaler can fly there, and you really saw that on display as pitch is taken for a strike. So now the 0-2 count for Santana. Wasn't playing in at all there. Wasn't trying to cut off the ground ball and make the play at home. Was playing his normal spot, and that allowed him to make that play in the corner.
Now, like I said, that's a double, and he slid, so that could have been a triple if he wasn't able to make that catch and it got past him for most right fielders.
Runners on the corners for Santana. 0-2 count, ready, winds and deals, and there's a called strike three. And that one, more or less more consistent call from the umpire.
I'm not sure what Josh Crouch, he might have been thinking something and didn't get what he thought, but all three of those, Tyler Santana pumped him right out of the outside edge of the plate and got 3 straight strike calls. And that's a big strikeout after a big diving stop in right. And Jacksonville has set themselves up to strand the go-ahead run just 90 feet away.
And they will look to do that here. Santana winds and deals. Strong lead coming off the third base side, and that pitch is a strike. Dolphins here sitting a little bit deeper. Short and second on the edge of the grass and dirt in the infield. Santana ready with it, and that will move the count to 1-1.
McCabe with a fly out already tonight. You know, here we could have almost an identical situation to what we saw in the first for Jacksonville. 2 on, nobody out, and nobody comes in to score if Santana and the Dolphins can get out of this.
1-1 towards McCabe. Bouncing ball up the middle towards short. And Jalaya up there, and he makes the play to Copill, and the Dolphins get out of the jam.
You know what? That's a veteran shortstop who knew he had a little bit of time. McCabe doesn't run real well. He's a catcher playing first base, and he was able to gather himself, make sure he made an accurate throw, and after ranging a long way to go get that one, makes a nice play, and the Dolphins able to keep it scoreless.
And retire the side, and we'll be back here with more Jacksonville baseball on the Jacksonville University Radio Network from Van Wagner.
Right here at John Sessions Stadium.
If your driveway needs cleaning, your windows need washing, or your pavers need sealing, you need Crystal Clean. Don't forget your roof needs cleaning too. Crystal Clean uses soft washing, a low-pressure water system with special cleaners to safely wash away contaminants without damaging delicate areas. Call 904-220-3337 or go to crystalclean.com. We promise to make your home crystal clean.
At law offices of George Hunter, PA, we commit to a cooperative process to get the job done to the client's ultimate satisfaction. With a client-first focus, our firm applies an extraordinary work ethic to effectively resolve legal issues. Contact us today at 813-856-2096. Law offices of George Hunter, a proud partner of Jacksonville University Athletics.
On a Friday night from Jacksonville University, the Dolphins taking on the UCF Knights. All tied up at 0, ready for the bottom of the third from from the Dolphins. Some great plays
Out here.
for Jacksonville on defense. That will enter the score book as just a couple of fly balls, but some great plays by DeLamiler and the rest of the team on defense to keep this one even at 0.
No doubt. Both of these teams have come to play and have made some big-time plays here in the early going. We'll see if, now that both teams have left a man in scoring position, as we enter the bottom of the third, if anybody's got a breakout in them.
Pacheco in the batter's box for the Dolphins in the 9 spot. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi here with you. Colton Gordon ready, winding and dealing, and that pitch looked down, but it will be called a strike as looked like the whole Jacksonville bench there needed a little confirm on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, and dusts him off the plate there.
A big bender from Gordon, and so big that Jesus Pacheco showing his juking skills to back up out of the box quickly
and a
there.
Nice slide there.
Yeah.
From Jesus Pacheco. Gordon ready, and the big swing there from Pacheco will be the first strike.
Gordon's got some life to that fastball, especially when he's working away from Jacksonville right-handed hitters.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Gordon ready with it, and Pacheco will go down chasing towards the outside and strike out there for Colton Gordon.
You've said that a lot here, haven't you?
His 4th straight.
Well, he's 32 strikeouts on the year entering today's game. That's actually 5 in a row now, sat down via the K, starting with Christian Coypel back to end the first inning. And man, oh man, Gordon has found what works for him, but now he gets the order a second time through. We'll see if Jacksonville has any more luck. This guy does have a hit off of him.
Yeah, and that is Samayan. We'll see strike 1, and Gordon is really letting it fly.
Yeah, he's just rear back and pumping strikes in.
So the 0-1 count. UCF playing a little bit of a shift here as ball 1 is thrown. That one, another one that may get some double takes from the UCF bench.
Well, each side both looking and questioning on a few of these and how they've been called at times here tonight.
Samayan will attack that one that will send right over where you and I are, Scott, right over our heads and out into the parking lot. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Gordon ready and dealing, and a called strike 3. That
was a heck of a pitch.
Yeah, that was a great pitch there from Colton Gordon, who gets to number 5 in a row on the strikeout counts. He is dealing tonight.
Just paints the outside corner with a breaking ball, and what is he doing? He is getting ahead of hitters, starting them off with strikes, and then they're making the hitters play his game. He has set the tone and the pace, mixing things up. Sometimes he works real quick, sometimes he sits up there a little bit longer, and he has hit a nice rhythm here as we work in the third.
And I was just going to mention his change of pace as a pitcher. As Heffron comes out attacking, changing it up for the Dolphins. That ball's hit fly ball, which is be taken away by
bottom of the third. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody.
Ratman for the Knights.
Reopening your workforce.
Well, Jacksonville's got some work to do on offense. As we have seen Colton Gordon now sit down 8 in a row. 9 if you count the sacrifice bunt, but it has been a nice little rhythm for the UCF starter.
It has, and we'll be back with the top of the 4th here in just a moment on the Jacksonville University Radio Network from Ben Wagner.
Out here, we charge into the heartland with Mountain Dew. Out here, there's no rush hour, just the rush of flying wide open on glassy water at 5 a.m. with your first dew in hand. And there's no spin class, just bright green spinnerbait that ironically matches your second dew. Out here, we don't just play big buck hunt, we hunt actual big bucks. And out here, the best road is off-road, and the color of your truck is mud. Out here, it's dew.
Nothing beats the power and excitement of live events like Ticket Smarter. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or in the app. With every ticket transaction made at Ticketsmarter.com, TicketSmarter will donate $1 to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticket resale partner of Jacksonville University Athletics. Download the app today. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
Back here, Friday Night Baseball from Jacksonville University. Getting ready to start the top of the fourth. Scott Manzi and Mason Viner along for the ride with you. Still all knotted up at 0 despite the teams picking up some offense, but recently the story of the game has to be Colton Gordon and his strikeout streak.
Yeah, he has been incredible. He fanned 6 in a row at one point before that fly out by Heffron, who said enough is enough. I'm swinging at the first pitch. And Gordon has been sensational here since giving up those back-to-back singles to lead things off in the first.
And Tyler Santana ready to start things off in the fourth. And with a swinging strike from Andrew Brait. Brait entering only his second at-bat of the season.
Flew out to right field his first time up.
And Santana ready, the 0-1 pitch delivered, and another swinging strike. Goes back to the same exact spot there on Brait, who, as we mentioned earlier, the stats a little bit deceiving. I've listed a freshman, but appeared in 15 games last year before things slowed down.
Yeah, some of this stuff has been, it's a little inconclusive as to what to call some of these players that get their extra year back. Here at the A-Sun, we've elected to call them all red shirts. Oh, he went around on the check swing.
Yeah, and Tyler Santana showing what he's got here, knocking down Brait with the strikeout on the check swing. So calls here seem to be coming not very consistent tonight, Scott. Every other check swing, I believe, has been given to the batter. That one goes to Tyler Santana, who picks up a strikeout.
But Santana now has fanned 4 here this evening. So he's not quite to the rate of Gordon, but this is Friday Night Baseball. We're seeing it on display right now.
As Tom Jostin steps into the batter's box for the Knights. Santana ready with the first pitch and another check swing, and this one will go back to the batter.
Yeah, it looked very similar to the pitch that Brait struck out on, just into a lefty as opposed to away from the righty.
Santana comes set here, looks for the sign, and delivers a quick pitch into the dirt. Gives 2 balls and no strikes.
Jostin did single his first time up. One of those 4 hits by UCF here this evening.
Santana looking a little bit rushed getting the sign and delivering that last pitch. This time more back into his normal rhythm, and he delivers a strike.
Goes right inside with a fastball, catches the inside corner. And I think he's done a nice job here this evening of finding a way to battle back.
Santana there delivers one. A chopper on the ground to second, and the Dolphins able to easily put that one away. Pacheco to Copeville. Jacksonville finds their second out here in the top of the fourth. As Nick Romano enters the batter's box for his second time around. Romano struggling on the season, only hitting 0.56. First pitch from Santana comes set, deals that one in there for a strike.
Well, now that low outside being called a strike for Santana. I mean, all you ask for is consistency, right? I mean, if the zone is the zone, as long as it stays the zone. It's when it starts floating around that teams get a little frustrated.
Santana now delivering a second strike, and Scott, back to what you just said, I think that's what every manager at any level of baseball has been looking for the last.
Yeah, well, that's why they're bringing in some robot umps, at the lower levels of professional baseball. And
0-2 count here for Santana, who comes set Deals, and it's Chopper out there to short. Shalaya there delivers it over to Copill, and the Dolphins retire the side.
Well, a really nice job there by Santana again, buckling down after the more difficult third inning. And 1-2-3 go the Knights in the fourth.
And we'll be back with the bottom of the fourth in Jacksonville, back in the batting box after these messages on the Jacksonville Radio Network from Van Wagner.
Calling all Little Dolphin fans to join the Duncan Kids Club. With free or VIP memberships, kids can enjoy free admission to games, post-game clinics, access to exclusive sponsorship deals and coupons, as well as video content from JU Athletics, stickers, a poster, and much more. Sign up online in the Fan Zone tab of JUDolphins.com and follow @Duncan Dolphin on Twitter. Duncan Kids Club. Join today.
WB Mason helps you do business. How? By delivering what your business needs where you need it. With a wide range of products from janitorial, furniture, break room products, office products, shipping supplies, food service items, and much more, WB Mason delivers. That's why you see us everywhere. Call or email today to see how you can save more with JU discounted pricing. WB Mason, the official office supply provider of Jacksonville University.
Back here on a Friday night from Jacksonville University. Bottom of the fourth coming up. The Dolphins back in the batting box, all knotted up at zero. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi along for the ride here on a beautiful Jacksonville spring Friday night. Perfect one at that for baseball.
We've seen a dandy here so far, Mason. I mean, this is zeros up on the board, scattering hits. This is what you expect to see on a Friday night with two of the best going for each respective team on the mound.
July enters the batter's box, and a quick pitch comes from Gordon on the ground over to third. And a little jump there given by McCabe, and he brings that one in and puts away Shalila, who comes out swinging, which is an approach that I like. Gordon's been dealing.
Yeah.
Come out and change the pace up, and that one just hit on the ground sharply towards third.
The only issue there for Jalila is his numbers show that he is aggressive early in counts, and so Colton Gordon made sure he didn't give him anything he could handle there and sawed him off.
Burchard enters the batter's box. Gordon comes set, winds and deals, strike right. Looked like that one came right over the heart of the plate for strike one.
Burchard had that fielder's choice that Samayan was thrown out trying to score on.
He swings through the second pitch. And Gordon got him right where he wants him with that 0-2 count here. One already gone in the bottom of the fourth. Colton Gordon looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Ready with the 0-2. And a called strike three, and he has been seeing a lot of those. That one coming towards what I'm going to go ahead and call a signature pitch there, Scott, working towards the outside of the plate to retire.
And it's imperative that these Jacksonville hitters start recognizing that and realize, hey, that pitch on the outside edge, that's going to be called a strike, so you better swing. And if nothing else, foul that off and see if you can see something else. They got to stop taking those pitches.
Now, is that something that comes from the bench or comes from the hitter?
Well, it's just the eye. You just got to kind of get used to it. I'm sure there will be a suggestion when they head into the dugout.
So Christian Koipel enters the batter's box, and he checks his swing, but called a strike.
Remember, Koipel got down 0-2 early, fouled off a couple last time, was protecting well, but then got fooled. I expect him to see a steady diet of breaking balls here in this at-bat.
Koipel will see the second pitch, and that one flared out. Foul ball will go to a strike. So 0-2 for Koipel here, and Gordon back to his spot. Not seeing the left-handed hitter here, so we'll see how he's able to work the outside of the plate. Or if he even goes back, maybe he brings this one inside.
Yeah.
Gordon ready with it. Wow. And close call there, as it looked like even crouched behind the plate, held that ball there and wanted the umpire to give it a second look, but
yes,
called
he did.
The ball.
He held that an extra beat or two, waiting for the strike three call that never came.
So Gordon will go ahead and rush another one, comes set, and Gets Coyple chasing towards the outside, so he records another strikeout, and that will close out the 4th inning for us here.
8 now.
8.
Fanned by Colton Gordon in 4 innings.
8 strikeouts for Colton Gordon. Tyler Santana back on the mound after these messages on the Jacksonville University Radio Network from Van Wagner.
While the world is staying home, the need to save lives never stops. Those of us who are part of the Baptist Health family know that the work we are called to do has never been more important than right now. So, to everyone who has made sacrifices, big or small, in order to continue serving our community, thank you, Baptist Health, the official healthcare provider of the Jacksonville Dolphins.
Doubletree by Hilton Jacksonville Riverfront resides on the south bank of the St. Johns River in downtown Jacksonville. Doubletree is where an exceptional locale blends with an array of amenities, personable service, and a better night's sleep. When we're not napping in our Lux bedding, you can probably find us relaxing by the riverfront pool, jogging along the Riverwalk, or sipping a cocktail at our on-site Roots Chris Steakhouse. Doubletree by Hilton Jacksonville Riverfront, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Dolphins.
Back here, ready to start the 5th inning. UCF in Jacksonville here from Sessions Stadium on the campus of Jacksonville University. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi are back on the action. Tyler Santana dealing so far, as is Colton Gordon, all knotted up at 0.
6 hits combined, no runs yet in this one. And yeah, you're right, Mason. We have seen some really impressive pitching throughout the course of the evening so far here. And we'll see if it continues as we work into the 5th.
And both teams seeing their fair amount of strikeouts. The Dolphins seeing them go down 5 times looking so forward. And Tyler Santana also dealing, Scott.
Yeah, he's got a fair amount of strikeouts of his own. Not the 8. He's got half of that, but he has done, I think, a really good job of competing on the mound throughout the course of the evening tonight.
Pablo Ruiz in the batter's box for the Knights. He goes and fouls that one sharply off the catcher and right back into his leg. That's a tough one there for Ruiz. Those always sting.
Yeah, you know, they wear all that padding behind the plate, but you always wonder.
Santana ready with the 0-1. Deals that one. Ruiz took a look at it. Holds off. Taken for a ball. Jacksonville's defense in their normal setup here. Not playing too far back. Second base and short hanging out right on the edge of the dirt. 1-1 count for Santana, who comes set. Winds and deals. And that's another one that you can hear it now from the Jacksonville bench. A little bit disappointed with that call. Looked like may have caught that top of the zone.
Yeah, Coach Hayes saying no way it's up, and now he is getting warned.
And the argument ensuing, as you can hear it up here in the closed press box.
Well, I mean, it is. He's got a point. His line was good. You're the one who's missing everything. So it is. The frustration stems from the fact that, like, I mean, those pitches were literally just being called strikes a moment ago. Were being called strikes for Tyler Santana earlier in this ballgame, and now all of a sudden aren't being called strikes again. The only time that coaches really get incensed with home plate umpires is when they're not consistent. And we have seen largely, even though I just said it about a half inning ago that things had settled down, a floating strike zone here this evening.
2 balls, 1 strike. Santana now back on the action. Looked like Ruiz looking to bunt there, called strike number 2. So Coach Hayes for the Dolphins warned officially.
Yeah. Oh, it's also one of those deals like, you know, sometimes you get a T, right, as a basketball coach. You're just trying to show your guys you're fighting for them, too. Like, Santana wants to know that he's got his back, and the staff does.
Santana ready with it. And a called strike 3 comes for Santana, who gets his 5th K of the game, and the first is down here in the top of the 5th for the Dolphins.
Well, Ruiz took every ball that was even close to the plate in that at-bat, and so him striking out and looking isn't the most surprising thing in the world, but a very nice, well-executed breaking ball in the inner half for Tyler Santana, who, again, I've said it before, I'll continue to say it, he has been largely unflappable throughout the course of this season and again here tonight.
And you're seeing a lack of guys for UCF and for Jacksonville getting their pitch as Santana gets ready to start off this next at-bat, and he will so with the ball. But nobody neither team here is necessarily caught on to exactly what they want.
Well, and both pitchers are sharp, and that when they're ahead and when they're delivering to the batters what they want to, it makes it difficult for these hitters.
And the 0-1 there, taking up the middle, coming hard is Jalila, who just skips off of his glove. And
John Montez may have had a couple of shamrocks on Wednesday for St. Patrick's Day, because he has a couple of infield singles now that have both taken fortuitous hops. He had the one that went off the foot of Santana, and then that one bounces. I think it hit the rubber. If it didn't hit just the plate, and he chopped it right in front of the plate, too. A little Baltimore chop action up the middle anyway, which makes it a little harder because you got to wait on it up the middle, as Jalila did. But tough play. He had to rush it a little bit and wasn't able to field it cleanly.
And he may have come a little bit too hard at that. So one aboard for the Knights. Runner on first. Santana ready to get this at-bat off. He'll go ahead and check the runner. Aboard. Santana going back to that. Now, every time the Knights have gotten a runner, Santana's made that move towards check on him, even though UCF, as we've said a couple of times, isn't necessarily the team looking always dart.
Right. Now, I haven't watched a ton of UCF games this year, but they may be a team that is likely to put a play on, and they're just trying to keep them close and maybe even get them to tip their hand a little bit early. And they trust this staff, right? The veterans, this isn't a freshman on the mound. They wouldn't be doing the same thing if this was a true freshman. With a guy like Santana, this is his 40th career start here tonight, he has been there, done that.
Yep. The shortstop, Alex Freeland, back up, and he finds a gap between first and second, and Freeland adds a single, so the Knights will advance into scoring position and have two aboard here with one gone. As Santana takes the glove off and takes a look at his defense here as trying to get things settled down.
Yeah, one out still, so you get another ground ball like that, and you have a potential for a double play to end the inning. But, hey, if you're Tyler Santana, don't change it. They're not hitting the ball. If they were hitting lasers all over the yard against you, then maybe you think about it. But we're talking about a lot of soft contact that is just finding openings for UCF right now. And credit them. I mean, the hitters are doing a good job. They don't have much to work with here because Santana's been so good tonight.
And I think for Jalila and Pacheco, it's that kind of moment where you got to tell your pitcher, hey, those two may have been on us. We got you. Santana will take a look, get set and deal, ball one towards Rathbone. So Jordan Rathbone in the top of this Knights lineup getting their third look here in the fifth. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away. 2 runners aboard for the Knights. Montez on second, Freeland on first. Jacksonville looking to set up the double play here. So the ball slapped off the bat of Rathbone towards DeLameleur, and that ball finds its way down. 1 runner is around, taking a look at third, and they'll keep him loaded here with 1 gone.
Yeah, fortunate that there was 1 out there, so the runners had to stay close, but I think DeLameleur may have taken his eye off of that one a little bit as he got underneath it. He got to it quickly and then was probably taking a peek to see if maybe I've got a chance to try and get a guy and just misplayed it. And that's a freshman, probably trying to do just a little bit too much out there. And talking to Santana, as it is about getting everybody together and getting them gathered by pitching coach Jerry Edwards, because that's a nice job to go the other way by Rathbone, who's got a couple of hits here tonight, but that's a flyout. And he's just trying to make sure that Santana doesn't get roiled up about some tough luck plays that have gone against him here.
And I think that's the perfect way to put it. And that was along the lines of what I'm going to ask you here is, how do you approach this? You've seen one play that go off the glove of your guy on a tough bounce, another one there, and DeLamelure's made some great plays in that corner. I lost the ball there, wasn't able to really see what was going on.
I mean, I think he's just telling him, just keep doing you, man. Just keep doing you. Trust your defense behind you. They'll pick you up. And while the Pacheco and Jalila ones were really tough plays, the DeLamelure one goes down as an error, and he just can't change his approach now to try to be Superman on the mound. Bases loaded, 1 out, a ground ball here, and you're out of it.
And in the damage spot for the Knights will be Josh Crouch, their catcher, coming in hitting .333 on the season. Santana ready with it. And that will be taken as a ball away.
He has thrown that first pitch the entire inning and hasn't been able to get it for a strike the entire inning. It's been tough to see that miss just a little low and away.
Santana trying to work his way out of the jam. One gone. Bases loaded for the Knights. Santana ready with it. And ball 2 there called, and don't think Coach Hayes is going to be too happy with that one either.
That's a letter-high fastball, and Crouch is sitting there taking it because he's probably thinking he's going to pop it up. If he doesn't, if he swings at it, but that's a really good pitch.
So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 gone.
There's a running dialogue coming out of that home dugout now.
Santana taking his time now. Time called by the umpire, who's already officially warned Coach Hayes in the Dolphins dugout.
I'm the guy that's supposed to know this thing, but I don't believe we have seen Coach Hayes ejected in his head coaching career.
There's a slapper, and it might be that 2-ball. Jalila with it. Oh, he wasn't able to settle it. He's able to get 1, but the run will score for the Knights, who are on the board.
Yeah, and that's, sometimes just little things compound. That's what they were trying to do with the mound visit. Slow it down, deep breath, get back to what you're doing. And Jalila, a guy who's made a lot of nice plays in his career, but he's probably tried to speed that one up a little bit too much. Had to wait on the bouncer, thinks I got to hurry. And next thing you know, he does give him credit because he stayed with it and was able to at least get 1 out there, which is big because now you can get it out anyway and hold this to just 1 run. That's not the end of the world.
And the connection there between Jalila to Copo was close, but it gets 1 away. Montez for the Knights, the player that comes around out of the 9-hole. Ben McCabe will take to the batter's box for UCF. Dolphins defense kind of back in their standard form here, playing a little bit deep in the infield. Outfield set up in a standard format. We haven't seen the outfield shift much for Jacksonville tonight, and they've made some nice plays out of there.
Yes, they have. And Santana was able to go to that first pitch slider again, and this time he locates it on the outside edge of the right-handed swinging McCabe.
2-1 for the Knights, runners at second and third. And that pitch getting away. And the Dolphins able to force a run down, and it's close to getting Freeland, the leadoff hitter, on third for the Knights, but he makes it back.
Yeah, Heffron there, I think everybody was a little surprised. That ball came back with such force off the back wall. Heffron got to it quickly. Santana was there to cover, and a smart play by Freeland to put the brakes on. And I think Heffron, that was almost a little more of a half-hearted check down to third just in case, but really more of a let's take a deep breath and realize we just got away with 1 there.
Yeah, 1-1 count here with 2 gone. Runners still on second and third for the Knights. Santana ready with it. Settles, delivers this pitch, and now gets the swinging strike.
Nice breaking ball from Tyler Santana. He's a strike away. Stressful inning for him, but if you walk back to the dugout and it's a 1-run game, you're going to feel pretty good, all things considered, considering this was almost an inning in which you felt cursed at times.
1-2 count, 2 gone. Santana ready with it, looking for the put-away pitch, and he finds the corner. Strike 3 called for Tyler Santana. A run on the board for the Knights, giving them the 1-0 advantage. In the top of the 5th, we'll be back with the bottom of the 5th after these messages here on the Jacksonville University Radio Network.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You've come to the right place.
This is Stephen Lucy, team physician for Jacksonville University. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute are the team behind your team serving for Jacksonville University. JOI offers a complete range of orthopedic care and rehabilitation services to keep the Dolphins on the field and in the game. Don't you want to go where the pros go? Visit JOI.net or call JOI 2000 for more information.
nice hit.
Back here on a Friday night, as scoring drought has been broken by UCF here in the top of the fifth from Sessions Stadium. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi along with you for the ride. Jacksonville trying to get their order and try to get it in spots, but haven't been able to convert.
Well, the big thing for Jacksonville the last couple of weeks when they found their way to win a couple of games is they have responded when they have given up runs. This is another chance to do that. Did it every time against Florida last Friday night. Every time a run was put up or multiple by Florida in an inning, Jacksonville had an answer. We'll see if they can do it again.
Duncan Hunter will look to get things started here for the Dolphins.
Jacksonville needs a base runner. Hasn't had one since the first.
Hitting 107 on the season. First pitch comes quickly from Gordon, who relies on that quick delivery here. Scotty's been letting him fly, and this one taken for a ball by Hunter.
12 straight sat down by Colton Gordon.
Hunter will foul this one back into the screen. Strike one. Gordon not too fond of the long setup here.
No.
Hunter looks to be slowing him down a bit, looking for a couple of check swings, but Gordon here quickly with delivery into the dirt.
And that's a strategy. You know, as a hitter, you see a pitcher has gotten into a rhythm. Right now, everybody coming to the plate for Jacksonville is trying to do something to disrupt the rhythm that Colton Gordon has found himself in here.
Gordon ready with the pitch. Sets his feet, delivers. Hunter gets a hold of that one, giving it towards the right. Deep back goes the center fielder, and that one
off the wall.
Down off the wall. I thought it was gone there. Lost it in the light. Hunter rounding third, and he'll hold up there with a triple for Duncan Hunter.
Well, Ruiz did not get a good read off of that off the bat. It didn't look like it was hit particularly hard. Ruiz all of a sudden is spinning around in circles in the outfield and was spending the whole rest of his time trying to play catch-up after his bad start. That's the importance of getting a good jump as a center fielder. And then probably should have just let that hit the wall, play it off of it. Instead, leaps, goes past him, off the carom, and that's how you end up with a stand-up triple.
Yes, it is. And that one, almost compare that to a golf drive right there. Didn't get all of it, but gets up there almost into the wind and carries, carries quite a bit.
First triple of the year for Hunter.
UCF playing in a bunt defense here. First pitch strike.
And we did not see it shown from DeLamiler. And I think they're playing infield in. The key here for Blake DeLamiler is you hit a ball in the air, you're probably pretty good.
Gordon ready with the pitch. This one called strike there. Finds the bottom of the corner. A spot that Colton Gordon has favored quite a bit.
Yeah, and Blake DeLamiler's got to realize that. He's got to sit there and protect. Gordon, I wouldn't be shocked one bit if he went right back to it.
Neither would I. That's been his 0-2 bread and butter. And he does go back with it as that ball's fouled back.
Well, he missed his spot a little bit there. It was a little more down and in as opposed to that outside part of the plate where Crouch was set up. And that is...
It almost seems, Scott, as the catcher had actually set the signal to play it a little bit further to the outside there. He took a little hop step, and he's back in that same spot off the right-hand side. And this time, Gordon not able to get what he wanted, dusts him off the plate towards the inside.
Crouch, great job sliding to his left to smother that pitch before it had a chance to potentially get away. We've seen Gordon with that big bender. Hasn't really been able to locate it effectively to right-handed batters.
Hunter on third. Gordon sets towards DeLamiler, who gets a chopper here, and that's going to find its way over the first baseman McCabe and into the outfield. Strong set there taken by DeLamiler. Almost looked like he was heading for second base as that ball flared out into left.
Well,
right.
That's the danger of the infield in. You get a big bouncer, and next thing you know, you're out of position to go field it, and he chops it right in front of the plate. And the high carry leads to the RBI single. First of the career for Blake DeLamiler, and there you go, Mason. Opened up the inning talking about responding. Jacksonville does exactly that.
Exactly, and that knocks us all up at one there. Blake DeLamiler records his first RBI single of his career. Hunter comes around to score for the Dolphins, who knot things up at one. Still have DeLamiler, who's now aboard on first, with nobody gone.
DeLamiler with great speed, probably in the top 3 I would say, on the team in his ability to run. His 2 for 2 in stolen bases this year. That's second on the team.
Jackson Grabsky in the batter's box for the Dolphins, the third baseman freshman hitting .292. Coming into today, has a chance to do a little bit more damage here for the Dolphins and get some hits strung together. That ball right into his wheelhouse. He takes it, gives it a ride towards center. Tracked down by Ruiz. And one is gone for the Dolphins here in the top of the 6th, or the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, well struck baseball by Jackson Grabsky. Just didn't quite get enough on that. That's a ball as he fills out, as he gets along a little further in his career. He'll be able to power that out to the wall.
And that's exactly what I was thinking when I saw the pitch.
I mean, look at Hunter right before that, right? That's a guy who's filled out in his career and has some muscle and is able to muscle a ball out to the gap.
So Jesus Pacheco enters the box. DeLon Muller taking off on that one. The ball's fouled back, so he'll return back to first.
And a whole play there for Pacheco. A lot of times you'll see with these younger guys later in the order, you put a play on and it gives them something to attack, right? And now it's like, all right, my job is to swing here, and then they're focused on making contact as opposed to reading, reacting, adjusting to the pitch. Just sometimes it simplifies things for the young guys.
UCF in the standard defense here. No shifts towards Pacheco. 0-1 count. Gordon ready with it. Winds, deals. That ball almost looked like his bread and butter pitch that's been called strike all night, Scott, but it chases, I guess, a little bit further to the outside this time.
Yeah, that one started out and finished just probably a little bit off.
Colton Gordon ready with it. That one chasing off the edge of the plate for a ball, and then a quick fire towards first, and almost got DeLon Muller not necessarily getting back quickly.
Yeah, DeLon Muller's just got to be careful there. Be aware that you've got that pick play going back, and that's a catcher's read. He'll sit there and be like, I think I got something here.
McCabe not really able to handle it either and get the tag cleanly. Pacheco facing the 2-1 count, one gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Pacheco swinging this time. DeLon Muller taking off, and he steals the base as that ball leaks out into center field. DeLon Muller there making some contact. If he stayed up, would have been bolting off for third, but slides head first into shortstop for the Knights. So DeLon Muller enters scoring position here. 2-2 count, one gone. Dolphins already knocked a run here. Colton Gordon here taking a second to settle himself. He's not too long generally in his releases. Getting a reset here on the 2-2 count. Now Gordon ready with it. Pacheco puts it on the ground towards short. That will advance DeLon Muller to third, and Pacheco taken out on the play from Freeland to McCabe for the Knights. Two gone, runner advances to third. That is Blake DeLon Muller for the Dolphins. And entering the batting box is at the top of the lineup. Back all the way to Ruben Samaya.
Well, that's good. I mean, if you're Pacheco, the stolen base helps things out a little bit because they're trying to run a new belt out to Blake DeLon Muller, but they haven't been given the okay to do it. Now, been given the okay to do it.
So DeLon Muller will take a second here to
broke his belt on that slide.
Justin, that's definitely will make for a good story later.
Yeah. Especially if he comes in to score.
Yeah, once slid into a shortstop and broke my belt. And that's how baseball was played back in my day. We'll end up on the end of that story for Blake DeLon Muller.
Yeah. Yeah, if Major League Baseball keeps trending in any direction, Blake's kids will be asking him, what's a stolen base?
Or maybe even what's a belt on the uniform.
Yeah, that too.
Samayan will face it. Gordon winds deals, and they'll call that one outside. Really well called game by Crouch here. Behind the plate for the Knights. Let's find those top of the corners quickly as this one comes right over the plate for a strike.
Rubin with a hit back in the first, struck out in the third, trying to give Jacksonville his first lead of the night here. First stressful inning for Gordon since the first.
The right-hander Samayan looking to do some more damage. That ball's fouled way up over the lights here at Sessions Stadium, and hopefully that one finds some grass somewhere to settle.
Yeah, I don't park over there on purpose, Mason. I know the trees are over there to protect a little bit, but watch somebody take a foul ball off a windshield at a spot that I routinely parked in for a while and said, never again. I'll park safely away in the parking lot. My legs work, fortunately.
Gordon ready with it towards the right-hander, and a called strike 3 goes against Samayan. As Colton Gordon works out of the inning, Jacksonville notches a run, but to tie things up, not able to cash in on DeLameller's stolen base. Back here in a minute with more Jacksonville University baseball on the Jacksonville University Radio Network from Van Wagner.
To stay on top of your game, it's important to take good care of yourself. And that's exactly what Baptist Primary Care doctors specialize in, helping you know the score when it comes to your health. And with more than 1,400 physicians in our network, Baptist Primary Care is your direct link to all of Baptist Health. To establish a relationship with a Baptist Primary Care doctor near you, call 202-CARE. Baptist Health, proud to be the official healthcare provider for JU Athletics.
At the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute, we are dedicated to providing you state-of-the-art rehabilitation and physical therapy designed to meet your specific needs. With an expert staff of physical and occupational therapists committed to providing individual attention, we offer comprehensive care at 10 convenient locations. JOI provides sports medicine services to professional, collegiate, and high school athletes, and also have 2 comprehensive spine centers, which offer massage, laser, and acupuncture therapy. We are Jacksonville's Orthopedic Institute and an official partner of the Jacksonville Dolphins.
Back here, Friday Night Baseball from Jacksonville University on one of the best sports days of the year, Scott. March Madness getting started, but we're here for some Friday Night Baseball between UCF and Jacksonville, knotted up at 1. And now getting ready to start the 6th inning. Tyler Santana's been dealing for the Dolphins, but some offense has picked up.
Yes, it has. All of a sudden, a run on the board for each team here in the 5th. Finally broke the deadlock. And we'll see if both pitchers either settle back in or if that is maybe just the initial crack in what is the eventual breakdown of the dam. UCF players in the bullpen, nobody tossing yet. Jacksonville with some guys doing some calisthenics down there, but also nobody throwing down the left field line.
Yeah, a couple guys just taking a nice mid-game run over there for the Dolphins. Neither of these teams, I don't think, have to worry too much about their starter not being able to carry through a good 7-inning performance.
We will see. This is a big inning in order to help determine that. Santana sitting at 82 pitches coming into the inning, so he needs a much quicker one than he had an inning ago.
Entering the batting box, the left-hander, Andrew Brate. Santana's first pitch winds and deals. Strike 1. Getting ahead for Santana has been something very important on the season, as you've mentioned throughout our broadcast here, but especially tonight.
Well, good things happen when you start off with strikes early on in counts, and we have seen that pretty much throughout the history of baseball.
As Santana delivers his second pitch, that one taken outside for a ball. Santana ready with this one, getting the signal, and delivers a strike there. Check swing comes from Brate, but nothing doing for him. That pitch taken for a strike. 1-2. Nobody gone here to start up the 6th inning.
That's a tough pitch to handle for Brate. He knows it. If Santana gets that called for a strike, that's definitely in his favor.
And Brate will put one on the ground deep in the second. Dolphins able to corral that one was Pacheco, and he delivers that one over to Kopel. There almost trips between the grass and the dirt, but able to just settle himself just enough to make that play.
A really nice play by Pacheco, moving to his right. And, I mean, he has got some serious range when it comes to taking care of business out there. Both those middle infielders are incredible.
So now entering the batting box, the right-hander for Tom Hostin. And that pitch hit sharply on the ground towards Kopel. And he'll tag out. So Santana getting over there, but Corporal able to make the play himself.
Yeah, the infield has risen to the occasion. Remember, last inning was a little tricky, and Coypel with a nice job there. All of these guys are really good with the glove in the infield. What we saw last inning was uncharacteristic, but hey, it's a group that that's the importance of getting that run back, right? And all of a sudden, it's a brand new ball game. You're settled down, and you're able to just go back out there and play baseball again. It's almost like it's 0-0 all over.
And that speaks to that meeting that they had when they were able to settle things down in the last inning. Santana getting set here to go after Nick Romano, and he winds and delivers strike one. Romano, the lefty, towards Tyler Santana, the right-hander, throwing tonight. Santana ready with it, getting the signal and delivering one towards the lower right-hand corner for a strike. Santana in the strikeout area here. No balls, 2 strikes. Santana setting up and dealing in that. Looks close to a called strike 3, but taken for a ball.
Very, very close. Santana's got a short inning on his mind. He is not missing by much. Hasn't missed by much all night. Continues to execute here.
And Santana records at the swinging strike 3 and works his way out of the inning. Santana retiring him in order.
9-pitch inning for Tyler Santana. We said he needed a quick one. Well, he got a quick one.
Yes, he did. We'll be back here with the bottom of the 6th. All knotted up at 1 between Jacksonville and UCF on the Jacksonville University Radio Network by Van Wagner.
Is hip or knee pain getting in the way of doing the things you love? Waiting to see the doctor could be making your condition worse. If you've had any of the 5 hip or knee symptoms that shouldn't be ignored, like pain or discomfort while sitting, driving, walking, exercising, or even sleeping, and haven't found relief from anti-inflammatory medicine, it's time to see the specialists at Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our physicians offer new and innovative treatments for hip and knee pain. And the doctors at JOI are Jacksonville's most experienced at using Makoplasty, a state-of-the-art surgical technique that harnesses robotic technology for precision placement of hip and knee implants. Don't live with hip or knee pain a moment longer. Make an appointment today with a hip and knee specialist from Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Call 904-JOI-2000. That's 904-564-2000.
Back here on a Friday night from the ballpark, all knotted up at 1 between Jacksonville and UCF. Mason Viner along with Scott Manzi. Dolphins working a 9-pitch inning there on the top half, and Colton Gordon looking to do the same for UCF.
Well, a little Mo on the side of Jacksonville now. Can they continue it? They get the run to tie things back up in the 5th, a quick inning in the top half of the 6th, and we'll try and roll that in here with 2, 3, and 4 the lineup do and try and take a lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, the righty Corey Heffron up for the Dolphins, and he'll have a swinging strike 1 from Colton Gordon.
Meanwhile, Gordon, that was just his 70th pitch of the night. I mean, really, he has been so efficient here this evening.
Gordon getting the sign. He's ready with it. Heffron, sharp hitter, and it gets through the legs of the first baseman there, who was playing in on the shift. But Heffron able to go the other way and finds a base hit there right through the legs of McCabe.
Yeah, it got on McCabe real quick, and he just wasn't able to he tried to drop down to a knee, get the glove down there, just wasn't able to move quick enough. You mentioned it. He was playing really in against the right-handed batter, not expecting him to hit it his way. You hit a ball hard, and a lot of times good things happen.
Scott there hitting on a few of my favorite points there. Yes, every once in a while the shift gets you, and if you hit the ball hard, you always has a chance to get by somebody. So for the Dolphins comes Dakota Jalila. Heffron over at first. First pitch there. Gordon taking his time, and it seems like when he's not in that absolute speed rhythm, he's missed a little bit more. This one finding the zone for a strike.
You're right. He doesn't look quite the same as he did during that stretch between the 2nd and the 5th where he was just unhittable.
And Jalila getting a hold of that one up towards center. Into the lights here at Session Stadium, and it's chased down by the center fielder for UCF. It's like either Freeland may have been able to chase that one down.
Ruiz got out there, and he was shading a little bit that way and got a good jump on it. Boy, what the difference is when you get a good read and a good jump versus what he had the first at-bat of the fifth against Hunter when he found himself kind of scrambling the whole way.
That one had a similar trajectory to the ball that found the wall out there. Kind of the same golf drive looking shot up into the lights here. That one just didn't have the carry for it. So Trace Pichard enters the batting box, the lefty for the Dolphins. That ball
almost got away from Crouch. Maybe a little bit of deception there too. Is he trying to maybe get a guy to take a little extra there from Heffron?
That's more of what I was seeing. I didn't think he had lost the ball, possibly on the ground there for a second. He is crouched behind the plate for UCF's done some creative moves here. The check on him at first when he has that left-handed batter in there, that's not the hardest throw to make. Almost got.
Oh, well done.
Oh, and there's a steal into a hit, and that's going to have a look going down towards third from the Dolphins, but they'll go ahead and hold up at second. So runners will be aboard on second and first for Jacksonville with one gone here. Colton Gordon not exactly finding the way he was dealing earlier on.
Credit to Jacksonville's hitters, too. The third time through the order now. They've seen him. They've seen what worked. If Gordon had that big breaking ball working for him, I would contend he might be unhittable here tonight, but he has been really a two-pitch pitcher all night long. So eventually, unless your stuff's elite, batters can adjust. I think he started to miss a few spots here, and Jacksonville hitters have been able to take advantage of that.
So Koipel will head up to the plate, the right-hander. Lefty Colton Gordon here getting set. Settling down a bit, trying to get the signal in. He'll go with the fastball, and that is fouled straight off the mask of Crouch, and that one can't feel good either.
That's tough. And sometimes you'll see an umpire go out there, maybe buy a guy a minute, but I'm sure he emphasized that he was no worse for his wear.
So Gordon settling down a little bit more, taking a look at his wrist coach, a rare occurrence in baseball. Starting to become more of a used tool. That ball's right into the wheelhouse of Corporal. It's up, carrying towards the wall in left center, and backing up and making contact is left fielder. That throws in. Jacksonville looking to advance both of its runners on the tag. They'll hold up at first, but will make it over to third. So runners on the corner with two down after the play there by Rathbone there up against the wall.
Yeah, that ball, Koipel did not miss it by much. Led the ASUN at homers last year. I thought he may have had enough, at least to put it off the wall. But Rathbone, he banged into the wall in order to make that catch, and it ends up as nothing but more than a long, loud fly out to right field. But if Duncan Hunter here can come up with another base hit, would be his second of the night. Jacksonville has its first lead. Dolphins don't want to leave another man in scoring position.
No, as Heffron's over at third. That ball just catching that little bit of backspin. And that's a slapper in the right past the first baseman there from Duncan Hunter, and that will score Heffron and will get on his horse over all the way from first to third, and Jacksonville gets the two-out RBI.
Great to see from Duncan Hunter, aggressive at the plate, said, I'm going to get a fastball and I'm going to do something with it. And Jacksonville has done a lot of its damage going the other way today. Think about it all started with Samayan in the first inning. The triple from Hunter went the other way. Jacksonville has realized here that Gordon is trying to work the outside part of the plate, and that's the best thing you can do with it. Don't try to do too much. Shoot the pitch where it came from, and Hunter with a big-time RBI, and Jacksonville leads.
Yeah, Jacksonville not swinging too hard, just letting the ball drive itself the other way. As Blake DeLameler will get back up on the plate here. He scored a run for the Dolphins. An easy play for UCF. Montez over to McCabe, and that will close at the side, but Jacksonville able to grab their first lead of the game up 2-1 here, and we'll be back 7th inning after these messages on the Jacksonville Radio Network from Van Wagner.
If your driveway needs cleaning, your windows need washing, or your pavers need sealing, you need Crystal Clean. Don't forget your roof needs cleaning too. Crystal Clean uses soft washing, a low-pressure water system with special cleaners to safely wash away contaminants without damaging delicate areas. Call 904-220-3337 or go to crystalclean.com. We promise to make your home crystal clean.
At law offices of George Hunter, PA, we commit to a cooperative client's ultimate satisfaction. With a client-first focus, our firm applies an extraordinary work ethic to effectively resolve legal issues. Contact us today at 813-856-2096. Law offices of George Hunter, a proud partner of Jacksonville University Athletics.
Friday Night Baseball from up 2-1 on UCF after finding their first lead of the game in the bottom of the 6th. Now ready for the top of the 7th. Tyler Santana still on the mound for the Dolphins. He's been dealing today, Scott.
Yes, he has. He has taken the opportunity to start on Friday nights for the second time in his career here this year and has largely made the most of it. I've just been duly impressed by his temperament on the mound. It's a different, more mature Santana, and not to say that he was immature before. What I mean now is that he's the moment is never too big for him no matter what, and he's able to execute, stay within himself, and do what needs to be done and trust the offense and the defense behind him. So when we've seen a little bit of hiccups here and there, or when the offense wasn't getting much done, he didn't let that affect the way he was pitching, and we are seeing kind of the fruits of that labor this year.
And that's what Tyler Santana's been seeing today, been dealing as the game's going on here.
Pinch hitter for UCF, Trent Taylor hitting for Pablo Ruiz, the center fielder.
And Santana getting ready, and the first pitch goes for a strike. Trent Taylor, the junior right-hander for the Knights.
Ninth game he has appeared in. He's 3 for 15 this season.
Looking to bunt there, and that pitch also records for a strike. So 0-2, quickly in the hole goes Taylor against Santana.
Yeah, he has shown bunt in each of those first two pitches, and I don't know what he has seen that he hasn't liked per se, but they've both been strikes, and they've both been up in the zone.
Being a lefty himself, and this time he'll look to swing and he'll side, or he will be retired there. Swinging strike down and away, so 2 bunt attempts and a swing goes for Taylor, and couldn't ask for more there for Santana to get things started. The 9-pitch inning a couple ago, or last inning, and then a 3-pitch strikeout there to get things started. So Tyler Santana continues to knock down the Knights here in order.
8 strikeouts now for Santana tonight, who may be getting stronger as he goes along.
Santana ready for this one, and he bounces that one.
And as soon as I say that, he throws it 58 feet.
And John Montez in the batter's box, hitting .214.
Remember, Montez has a couple of softly hit baseballs that have found their way through. A few seeing eye singles already here tonight.
And that one taken outside. Santana will take a moment here, touch up the chalk. He's getting some coaching from the Dolphins bench. He'll come set. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 gone here in the top of the 7th. Santana ready with it. Delivers that one, and oh boy, Scott, that one looked like a strike from here, but
2-0 pitch to not get the call on, because now you find yourself 3-0, top of the order on deck, a 1-run game. You do have an out. First base is open. Don't try to do too much here.
Santana delivers. He doesn't try and do too much, but he does get a strike to bring us full. So 3-2 count, 1 gone. Tyler Santana dealing to the 9-hitter for the Knights, John Montez. Santana ready, counts full. Montez gets a slapper off the bat, going into left field. It will get down. Burchard chasing that one. Stretches out for second. And that is a tag, and a great play there all the way made in the corner by Burchard, who gets it in to the Dolphins, who lay down the tag.
Well, Montez a little, he's a guy, I brought it up, right? He hadn't hit the ball super hard here tonight, a couple of hits already. Does a nice bit of hitting there, sending it the other way off the end of the bat. Again, not struck super hard, but just right in the right spot. But sometimes you got to sit there and just take what they give you. Burchard, he's a catcher turned outfielder and has a catcher's arm out there. That ball was on a line, and it beat Montez by a couple of steps.
And Scott, got to be honest there, I was expecting him just to hold up. He doesn't do it. He tests out the Dolphins' outfield, which today has just been stellar.
Well, Jacksonville got cheated out of an outfield assist last Sunday in Gainesville, so Burchard gets the first of his career there.
So back up to the top of the order, Alex Freeland. He's taking a strike from Santana. Santana dealing. That one comes inside and may have made contact off a bounce, or they'll go ahead and say that hit the batter. And that will get Freeland first.
Well, 2 outs. Yeah, unfortunate that a pitch gets away from Santana there. Just a little over execution on his 101st pitch of the night. But tying run is only at first base. Execute here to Rathbone.
Mm-hmm. And get out of the side.
And get out of this, and then that'd probably be his night, I would imagine.
Santana ready with it.
Depending on how quick, I guess. Sorry to cut you off there. If this next pitch gets him out, or even 2 later, they may consider bringing him out to start the 8th, because he's barely over 100. He worked over 100 the last 2 games. And Jacksonville's bullpen is a little thin.
Night starter. That pitch was taken for a strike. He goes back to the same exact spot against Rathbone and records another. So Santana, they're switching up a little bit. He's not kicking, not dealing there at all. Just puts his pitch exactly right where he put the last one. Gets him in the 0-2 count. So Tyler Santana will look for a strikeout of Rathbone. Rathbone the lefty, Santana the right-hander looking to deal. It's off the bat of Rathbone. Looking like a foul. DeLaMiller chasing it down towards the way bullpen. It's in there. He flips over the wall there, taking out the half board. His teammate quickly jumps in there to assist him on getting out, Scott.
Yeah, I think he's okay. That's a part of a gate that slides so they can roll the turtle in and out of the field. And DeLaMiller, who's built like an NFL safety, comes over, and the gate is the gate took the brunt of that. We'll put it that way. The gate is going to feel way worse tomorrow than DeLaMiller will.
Yeah, it looks like the gate is either off. It's
yeah, he may have knocked that one off the track.
Well, you hope it's just off the track and not
not totally broken. Well, I'm glad to see nothing is broken on Blake DeLaMiller as well, as he's back out there, dusts himself off, resets the hat. You can't fault the effort from Blake.
And the 0-2, and it's a check swing. And that one will be recorded for a ball. But Blake DeLaMiller having a game to remember tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. In right field, he had an error. He's driven in a run, the first of his career. He has had a bit of an adventurous night.
Broke the belt.
Broke his belt, that's right, stealing second.
1-2 ready from Santana. That one looking a little high towards Rathbone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 1 goal or Knight aboard on first.
And now he's at 106 pitches. I'm thinking the longer this at-bat takes, the slightly more stressful it gets, the less likely we become to see him come out again in the 8th. A lefty getting loose. My guess is that's Jagger McCoy down there.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, Scott, if you can see inside the housed bullpen over in left field. There's a Dolphin up and working. Ball's fouled away by Rathbone. 2-2, still 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi along with you on this beautiful Jacksonville Friday night as we approach the 9 o'clock hour. And a called strike 3 for Tyler Santana, another K. And if that caps it off, Scott, not much more that the Jacksonville Dolphins ace can give them than what he's given them tonight.
7 strong, 1 run allowed, 9 strikeouts now for Tyler Santana, and a sensational start on a Friday night for the Jacksonville right-hander.
And we'll look to stretch it out here from Sessions Stadium for the 7th inning stretch. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th and the Dolphins hitters after these messages here on the Jacksonville University Radio Network.
All right, you are saying...
Out here, we charge into the heartland with Mountain Dew. Out here, there's no rush hour, just the rush of flying wide open on glassy water at 5 a.m. with your first dew in hand. And there's no spin class, just bright green spinnerbait that ironically matches your second dew. Out here, we don't just play big buck hunt, we hunt actual big bucks. And out here, the best road is off-road, and the color of your truck is mud. Out here, it's dew.
Nothing beats the power and excitement of live events like Ticket Smarter. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or in the app. With every ticket transaction made at Ticketsmarter.com, TicketSmarter will donate $1 to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticket resale partner of Jacksonville University Athletics. Download the app today. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
Here in a beautiful 7th. Dolphins leading the Knights 2-1. Jacksonville getting back on offense here. Mason Viner, Scott Manzi giving you the action. Dolphins looking to do some more damage here.
Yeah, I'd love to build a little insurance here. Jacksonville scored runs in each of the last 2 innings, and we'll see if they can tack on another one here. And yeah, just this ballpark doesn't lend itself to it, right? But just make sure you're not susceptible to that solo home run tying things up.
And there's a strike.
Yeah, that pitch. I don't even think Crouch he didn't even try to sell it. It was so far outside, and yet gets the call anyway.
No, he didn't. So the 0-2. Grabsky taking time here. And he'll see that one away. Ready with the 0-2. It's a chopper on the ground to short. Freeland up with it, and he retires Grabsky for out number 1.
Dolphins second baseman, Jesus Pacheco.
So Jesus Pacheco will enter the batter's box. As we've seen a pitching change here for UCF to start things off in the bottom of the 7th, but we'll get to that as ball 1 is called.
Yeah, that is Ben Vespi, who is now on the mound, freshman right-hander, relieving Colton Gordon, whose night is done after 6 innings, which he allows 2 runs on 7 hits.
As Pacheco puts that one back into the parking lot.
Nice outing for Gordon here today. I mean, he was a strikeout machine. Jacksonville's hitters just made a couple clutch hits.
And there's a pitch into Pacheco, strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Bottom of the 7th. Dolphins leading the Knights 2-1. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi with you.
Both starters, 9 strikeouts in this game.
And the pitch taken down by Pacheco.
Good eye there from the freshman. You know, he's chased a couple of pitches here tonight off the plate, and good to see him not go down easily on that one.
Asking for time here. Vespi getting ready with it. He'll get the call on the 2-2 count. Vespi ready with it. Deals it. Bounces that one in the dirt. And that will take him full. So 3-2 count here for Pacheco. The one gone.
They like this youngster, 6'3", 190 pounds from Boynton Beach. Ranked number 235 on the perfect game, top 500 incoming freshman this year.
And that ball's put on the ground by Vespi towards Freeland. Freeland up with it and over to McCabe. And UCF records their second out of the inning.
Dolphins center.
So the Knights and Ben Vespi get 2 down here for the Dolphins, and that brings on Samaya again. So back to the top of the lineup go the Dolphins.
Vespi now tied for the team high in appearances this year. This is his 9th appearance out of the bullpen. This is a Friday night one-run game, and head coach Greg Lovelady is turning to the guys he feels that can keep this close and allow his offense to get back into it. And Vespi is a true freshman earning that right.
Samaya jumping on that first pitch, but it's in the dirt, so that will be strike one. Vespi, the right-hander, gets the signal. He winds, he deals, and that pitch finds the inside. Ball one.
Vespi 13 in the third innings pitched this year, scattered 12 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 15 strikeouts to just 3 walks.
And Vespi takes his time and pitches that one, fouled off for strike 2 by Samaya, finding its way down to the third base coach for the Dolphins.
Ruben has had a couple of tough at-bats. Remember that last strikeout he took in the 5th with the runner in scoring position. He did not like that call. He did single to start this game as 1 for 3.
Vespi dealing. Samaya getting on top of that one towards center. It may find its way down, but a nice play
by Taylor, the new center fielder. Yeah, just into the ball game. They say the ball finds you when you come into the ball game after his pinch hit appearance in the top of the 7th. And lost the hat, the glasses, and everything, but makes the catch anyway.
Yeah, he does a nice job of getting on his horse and closing out the side. We'll be back top of the 8th coming up after these messages. Jacksonville University Radio Network from Van Wagner. Back in a moment.
Dolphins.com and all Dolphins social media.
WB Mason helps you do business. Needs where you need it. With a wide range of products from janitorial, furniture, break room products, office products, shipping supplies, food service items, and much more, WB Mason delivers. That's why you see us everywhere. Call or email today to see how you can save more with JU discounted pricing.
Calling all Little Dolphin fans to join the Duncan Kids Club. With free or VIP memberships, kids can enjoy free admission to games, post-game clinics, access to exclusive sponsorship deals and coupons, as well as video content from JU Athletics, stickers, a poster, and much more. Sign up online in the Fan Zone tab of JUDolphins.com and follow @Duncan Dolphin on Twitter. Duncan Kids Club. Join today. Burchard is out. Flowers in for him.
Back here on what's turned into a bit of a chilly Friday night here in Jacksonville Session Stadium. The Dolphins still on top 2-1 over the UCF Knights. Mason Viner and Scott Manzi with you. And it looks like, is that Tyler Santana still out there for the Dolphins?
So I thought maybe that pitch count might be a little too high, but they trust their guy. At this point in the season, this is his 5th start. He's been lengthened out appropriately, 108 pitches. And it may be one of those situations where they make a change for a matchup a little bit later in the inning. But we'll have here, so probably won't even see that unless it gets all the way to Jostin. And at that point, if a batter reaches against him, I imagine his night is done.
And one change for the Dolphins on defense out in left. Trace Bouchard is out of the game, and entering it is number 10, the freshman Elias Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers played a lot early in the season, dealing with a nagging injury, but he's out there for defensive purposes.
And Santana ready with the first pitch. He delivers a strike. Looking to find the lower half of the zone there was Tyler Santana. Strike 1. In the batting box for the Knights is their catcher, and their hitter in the 3-hole, and that is Josh Crouch.
That ball may have been a strike if Heffron hadn't dropped it. But it just went right in and out of his mitt. Ends up ball 1.
Yeah, both catchers tonight have had a fair amount of Nice plays. Both of them called a really good game, but selling the strike zone has been one thing that both of these guys have done tonight.
Yeah. Hats off to both of them who are standing right there next to each other at the plate right now.
1-1 pitch ready from Santana. Looks like it possibly is fouled off of that ankle pad for Crouch and bounces towards the third base coach for UCF. So quick shout out there to both third base coaches for Jacksonville and UCF, able to find a couple of foul balls.
Well, you know, most of them former players, almost all of them. At some point, they were able to field a ground ball. Makes sense why they still be able to do it.
1-2 pitch for Santana. Tapper to short. Coming on hard is Jalila, and he finds Corporal, whose foot there nearly slid out from under him, but he's able to make the play, which is what's important.
Nice play by Jalila, showing his range, his ability to field and throw accurately on the run. There's a reason why he has been a Defensive Player of the Year in this league. And it helps when you got a 6'3" guy that can stretch out pretty good over there at first as well. And a left-handed first baseman, so you get even a little bit extra reach there. And Coypel does a nice job showing his flexibility.
And Ben McCabe enters the batter's box for the Knights. Right there, Jalila really coming on hard from that. He also read that one. He was out right on the edge of the grass and dirt where he's been playing tonight, and there's another ball going towards him. This time it finds a pitcher. That is Tyler Santana, who's up and over to Corporal and retires batter number 2 on the inning.
Santana fielding his position. He's had a couple that have come near him and hasn't been able to make the play. Remember the ball off of his foot back in the third, but you know, he's just doing everything well right now. It's a pleasure. Last year, had the pleasure to watch Trent Palmer, who's just, his stuff was just so nasty, and he's overpowering guys, and just it was something else to watch. But this year, what Tyler Santana's doing, it's different. It's a little more finesse, but it is no less impressive.
And Santana delivering a strike to start off another at-bat, and as we've seen this game mature, Santana's arsenal has too. He's finding the strike zone a lot more, and this time towards Andrew Brait, who puts one on the ground towards Jalila. Jalila up with it, slide step, delivers to Corporal, and that retires the side. Dolphins find him 1-2-3 to start off the 8th, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 8th after these messages here on the Jacksonville University Radio Network from Van Wagner.
While the world is staying home, the need to save lives never stops. Those of us who are part of the Baptist Health family know that the work we are called to do has never been more important than right now. So, to everyone who has made sacrifices, big or small, in order to continue serving our community, thank you, Baptist Health, the official health care provider of the Jacksonville Dolphins.
DoubleTree by Hilton Jacksonville Riverfront resides in downtown Jacksonville. DoubleTree is where an exceptional locale blends with an array of amenities, personable service, and a better night's sleep. When we're not napping in our luxe bedding, you can probably find us relaxing by the riverfront pool, jogging along the Riverwalk, or sipping a cocktail at our on-site Roots Crit Steakhouse. DoubleTree by Hilton Jacksonville Riverfront.
Back here to start off the bottom of the 8th, Mason Viner and Scott Manzi. Jacksonville leading UCF 2-1 here on a Friday night, and we have seen some Friday night pitching, Scott, haven't we, today?
Yes, we have, and while Colton Gordon had the flashier middle stretch of this ball game, Tyler Santana gets credit for his endurance here this evening as he works 8 strong innings, scattering 7 hits and just 1 run, striking out 9.
And Ben Vespi still on the mound for the Knights. His first pitch, a little quick with the slide step there, finds the dirt as Corey Heffron is at the plate for the Dolphins, the catcher. Heffron finding that one, pop ball up towards right field, and it is retired there by Rathbone. Rathbone finding a way to get under it. Almost lost it there in the lights. Looked like he took a little 2 steps to the right, then back to the left to find that one as it found his glove. But the first one up is down for the Dolphins. Now Dakota Jalila will enter the box.
Jalila looking for his first hit of the night.
Hitting .269 coming into today, and the first pitch ready with it was Vespi, and he finds the strike zone. Outer corner there, Jalila taking a look. He's had a call that he didn't like go against him earlier in the game. Hasn't necessarily found a good at-bat yet. That one's a slapper, and he'll go for a base hit, just as I was saying that he hasn't found it yet. He puts one on the ground, smokes it right past second, and he's aboard with one gone.
Well, that's 3 games in a row with base hits for Dakota Jalila, and he is definitely starting to see the ball better here at this point in the season. I mean, he had such a long, frustrating season last year. I know it was a short season last year, but to him it felt like a 56-game year the way he was struggling at the plate. And he refocused himself even without the ability to play baseball in the offseason, and he has come out here and started to find a rhythm now in March.
And the freshman Elias Flowers in the game, he came in at left for Trace Bichard. Flowers looking to put down the bunt. And it is, I believe, tip foul ball that finds the glove for strike 1.
Flowers, in his 11th game this season, hitting .276. Does have a sacrifice hit already once this season.
Possibly looking to sacrifice here to move the runner into scoring position. Flowers that time looking to swing. It's taken outside for a ball and quickly up into the throwing position was crouched there. Possible steal situation here for Jacksonville?
Well, good job by Jacksonville recognizing that the pitch out may be coming, because that's exactly what happened there, and any sense of a play was definitely not put on. You don't show the bunt. You don't send the man even for that big secondary lead, and you just wait and see.
So pitch comes in, taken outside there by Flowers. Vespi doing a nice job of changing it up. You know, sometimes the long delivery, other times like that one, the snap delivery coming from him.
Well, he's a freshman who doesn't pitch like a freshman.
No, not at all. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Vespi ready with it again. He winds, he deals, and he's leaving him on that outside just a little bit. Ball number 3, all 3 of them on the outside.
Well, the big difference here is that we have not seen him pitch with men on yet in this game. Sat down the first 4 he faced in relief, and now things just mechanically seem maybe just a tad bit off, and that's why you're seeing him miss.
And that'll come with game time, though. You know, as a young freshman pitcher, not necessarily easy as Elias Flowers smokes one on the ground foul.
Yeah, look out over there by the Jacksonville dugout. That one went skittering toward the opening of the dugout where Coach Hayes is standing out there, flashing the signs.
3-2, full count, 1 gone. Possible hit-and-run situation here for the Dolphins. Elias Flowers in the box. Ben Vespi getting the signal. He's ready with it. And now he'll look to deliver the winding, the deal, and Elias Flowers there fouls that one off as Crouch is. The steal was on, Crouch was up, and it looked like he might have gotten some bat there right into the face mask.
I think that ball was fouled straight off the kind of his chin area, and Crouch probably working the jaw a little bit. After that, he was hopping up ready to catch and throw just in case, and
that's one area where the more lacrosse helmet-looking face mask can help you out as opposed to the classic one when it goes into your jaw. Ready with the pitch. Flowers gets under it. Flare shot out to left, and parked under that one was Johnston. And 2 are down for the Dolphins.
All right, well, Christian Coypel, his last time up, just missed one out to right field. Now, that was against Colton Gordon. We'll see if he can break through here. Man, Jacksonville would love to see a ball into a gap or heck, this guy's capable, one of the people that is truly capable every time he comes to the plate of putting one over the wall here at this cavernous ballpark, and we'll see if he can get something he can drive.
Cavernous it is, Scott. 340 on both of the outfield poles, 405 to center.
Yeah, lends itself to a National League style. But this guy can break that trend.
Yes, he can. Christian Coypel seeing ball 1 there from Vespi. Be nice to work the count here. They haven't been able to do that much in this bottom half of the 8th.
Yeah, Flowers with the longest at bat. 6 pitches.
Ready with it is Vespi. He delivers that one and is down and away. So now you get the hitter's count on top of the power.
Vespi is just having a hard time locating to lefties. He's trying to do what Gordon was able to effectively do to right-handers all night, arm side, and paint that outside corner. But we have not seen the right-hander work away. And we'll see pitching coach Nick Oddie come out now and maybe have a little discussion about that as well.
And that's a good call. I think that definitely is a good call here. You got to settle things down. You're working a hitter's count. They're trying to find that same, as you just said, locate that same pitch on towards the outside. Not able to do so. 1 on, 2 gone in the inning. Looking to just get out of it and hopefully have a bottom of the ninth to worry about.
Well, and also here, you're trying to get a pitch over for a strike. The last thing you want to do is groove something into Christian Coypel, who's probably looking fastball in, I would guess, here, or just something he can turn on.
And this is one of those at-risk situations that you got to look at. If you miss that fastball going in, you end up putting it over the heart of the plate or upper heart of the plate, and that's one that a hitter, that's the one the hitter's looking for.
Yeah, it makes you pay for it.
Back here, pitching coach returns to the bench. Best be ready with it. Normal defensive setup here from the Knights. A little shift towards the right, giving up the counter, and Vespi will come back and check on him. Not something you see much off the pitching coach coming out as a check towards first, but Vespi not wanting to give up too much of a lead. Vespi ready with it, gets the signal. So it looks like, or my mistake, Corporal looked like he saw what he wanted right there, took a swing at it, but just fouls it back.
Yeah, just not quite on that one. And that's been, unfortunately, a little bit of the story of the season for Coypel, is that he's just been that much off.
Yeah, that just tad off like he was earlier on his drive. Coypel ready with it. So is Vespi, winds, deals, and he fouls another one, this one towards the UCF bench.
And Coypel's just got to find a way when he gets hangers to just put those over the head of the baseman into shallow outfield, kind of just deliver base hits there. That's where all of a sudden then guys stop throwing that so much to be an out pitch, and maybe you get something else you can do more with.
And that's the base hit off the power hitter, when it just finds over someone's head, absolute laser, just finds some grass out there in the outfield, and he smokes that one right to McCabe, who's sitting on it at first, and that will retire the side of the Dolphins. Leave one on at first, but Coypel not able to drive one. McCabe with a nice defensive play to retire it, and we'll be back here with the top of the ninth in a 2-1 ball game from Session Stadium in Jacksonville on the Jacksonville University Radio Network from Ben Wagner.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots, although here, you choose the future you want. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You've come to the right place.
This is Stephen Lucy, team physician for Jacksonville University. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute are the team behind your team serving as for Jacksonville University. JOI offers a complete range of orthopedic care and rehabilitation services to keep the Dolphins on the field and in the game. Don't you want to go where the pros go? Visit JOI.net or call JOI 2000 for more information.
Here, top of the ninth from Jacksonville University. Friday Night Baseball wrapping up here. Dolphins leading the Knights 2-1. Mason Miner and Scott Manzi along with you to finish out the ride. And Scott, Jacksonville hunting the complete game right now for Tyler Santana.
Tyler Santana back out to start the ninth inning. His career best is 8 2/3 innings. He had that against NJIT 2 years ago. He's thrown 115 pitches, has struck out 9, allowed 1 run on 7 hits, and I'll say it again, anybody reaches and they're ready to make the change, but I said that last inning too, and he didn't allow anyone to reach.
For the Knights, 6 hitter, and that is Tom Johnston. Up next will be Nick Romano, and then Pablo Ruiz due up. Santana ready with it, signals in. Winds, deals, and finds the strike zone. That's a big pitch here, even though he's been going all day. That first strike, just relocating the zone and finding it against Johnston, one that is important for Tyler Santana. Santana ready with it again. The kick, the deal, swinging, foul ball straight back. Strike number 2.
Good start for Santana. The way to stay in the game, be purposeful, but fill up the zone. Don't whiff, because that tying run is standing at the plate right now and is very important.
Santana ready with it, 0-2. Nobody down here in the top of the 9th. Tyler Santana looking for the complete game as that ball a little high on that one, and we'll go to 1-2 on the count. Santana ready with it. Kicks and deals. That ball's finding on the ground towards Jalila, but stepping over from third as the Dolphins had a big stretch from the first baseman, Koipel, and that puts it away. So Corpel right there with the big stretch off the gun from Grabsky right there from third.
Really nice play by Grabsky. Getting over there, he says, listen, I got that. Calls off the shortstop, Jalila. He's got momentum on his side and sets his feet, makes an accurate throw.
And that's one from, you can almost take that one from playing volleyball in gym class. You got to call who's got the ball, and Grabsky does there, and he takes it and fires it over.
Communication so important.
Substitution.
Pinch hitter here, Connor Allen coming into the ball game, big lefty for Romano, the DH, who finishes the night over 3.
So that lines up the righty on lefty for UCF. He comes out hacking. It's a foul ball driven right off of the outside bleachers here at Session Stadium, and that one probably rolls right past the TV truck and out into the parking lot. 0-1 count for Allen. Santana ready with it. He winds and deals. Allen gets a hold of that one, drives it right towards right field, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, that was one that I think collectively everybody held their breath for a moment, but you saw it. Good read by Delamler. He recognized that ball hit straight at him, and now Santana has matched his career high.
2 down. Not much work here so far in this inning. No long at-bats against Santana. And it would be fitting for the Dolphins if another one just went out to Delamler, who's had a great game.
Looks like another pinch hitter getting ready to come in. Ben Rushing.
Fade your attention. Heading to the left field, Trent Taylor. For UCF.
So Taylor, who was pinch hitting last time, is removed from the game. Remember, he struck out trying to bunt last time.
So the freshman will take the last AB for, or what could be the last AB for UCF here. It's Rushing. Santana records a strike. Here, righty on righty. Rushing, going up against Santana. 0-1 count, 2 gone here in the top of the 9th. Santana ready with it. Deals. That pitch taken outside, and that spot has been one of controversy. Right-hander.
Yeah.
Attacked by Colton Gordon to start it off. And similarly there, Santana trying to finish the game off with it, but he goes back-to-back on that outer right-hand side. That's kind of in the gray area tonight, and that's 2 balls.
He can keep living over there, but we'll see if he has to mix things up a little bit here or not.
Tyler Santana ready with it. 2-1, 2 gone here in the 9th, and he locates that time that right-hand side of the plate.
Yeah, fastball right up there. Now he's 1 strike away.
1 strike away from the complete game is the Dolphins senior Tyler Santana, coming in at 2-2 on the season. 2-1 advantage for him, 2-2 count. And he sends him down swinging, and Tyler Santana finishes it off the complete game with the K, Scott.
Huge performance tonight. The senior in his 40th career start. They needed a gem. He delivered a gem. First Jacksonville pitcher with a complete game pitch since Trent Palmer against Illinois State on March 6th of last year. And Palmer went complete in a game that was 16-1. A little less stress in that type of an outing. Santana in what is a game that is tight all the way to the very end. Every at-bat mattered, and he was sensational all night long, Mason.
And the Dolphins go out and they have their high fives as they start off this 3-game set with a win, getting them to 5-10 on the year, 2-1. Jacksonville over UCF. Scott, any final thoughts?
Well, just a great start. You love to win the Friday nighter because then you get 2 chances to win one, to wrap up a series win, and it's kind of a unique series with another home game tomorrow and then a road game on Sunday at UCF. But hey, this is a team that last week competed their tails off against a very, very good Florida team after sweeping Wofford. They've started to learn a little bit about what it takes to win baseball games, and I think we're seeing it more and more here on a daily basis.
And thank tonight's broadcast 2-1 Jacksonville over UCF. This has been Mason Viner along with my broadcast partner Scott Manzi. We'll see you tomorrow for more Jacksonville baseball on the Jacksonville Radio Network from Van Wagner. Have a good night.
This presentation of Jacksonville University Athletics was presented by WB Mason, the official office supply provider of the Dolphins.
That's how you play 2.5. 1.6 seconds left in the game, tied at 61.
Who's got a ball, you know?
No.
What else?
1,113? No. Do you know how many people we can fit in this facility? I put 1,750.
13, they're going to get this. Coaches baseball 23-79.